Yo, welcome to the Who Hurt You Bro podcast. My name is Mel, aka Legendary Shit.
Oh.
Yo, it's Jay, a.k.a. Papi Fuego, a.k.a. Está Caliente Aquí, a.k.a. just Brooklyn Poppy. You know the vibes.
Brooklyn Poppy.
It's hot in
We got-
here.
Interesting.
I said all of that. That's what it was, yeah.
Okay.
And we got
Oh,
two
shit,
special
like a
guests this
translator.
episode. Introduce yourselves.
We are
Oh.
honestly though.
Hi.
2/3 of honesty though.
Right, we got one more. She's not here just yet, but it's all right. Hi, guys. I'm Brianna,
And
a.k.a.
I'm-
Beyonce.
Hello. And I'm Zena, aka Top Tier Z.
Ooh.
Thank you
Oh,
guys
that's
for having
right.
us.
Not a problem.
Thank
Not a problem.
you.
We're honored to have you guys.
We
Not
are.
the honor.
We are.
I had to
Tell-
do why I
tell us
wanted
more.
to drag it a little bit,
Tell
right?
us more.
Like,
Yes.
WWE
yes,
do it,
right?
Yes, so.
Drag it.
Honored,
Yes, so.
you know.
Mhm. Right, you've been waiting for this.
I was plotting on it the whole time, and
yeah.
now it came true. I was
That's
like, oh
what
man.
I like to hear.
It was like the podcast equivalent of Cinderella with the shoe. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We fit just right. A perfect fit.
All right, so
Baby.
the name of the podcast is Who Hurt You Bro. So I want to start off with like something along those lines. So like,
Who hurt you?
no.
Sorry, I'm just playing.
No, depending on the
question-
day, I'm trying to people.
The question I want to ask is like, who you think hurt more after a breakup, men or women?
Ooh, child. I'm gonna say men.
You know what? I'm going to agree with that.
And I would only say that
I'll
only
agree with that.
because most times women are already like halfway out the relationship or like
Mhm.
emotionally done with it
Yeah.
before y'all catch on.
She been left you. You just staying there now.
Yeah, so we've been prepping. Sometimes we're just
Mhm.
waiting for y'all to let us go.
You agree with that?
Also, I feel like guys, they just put, when they actually find a girl that they want or like, they put their all into her.
Mhm.
And it's like, so once it's gone, once it's done with her, they done ran through everybody else that they don't really care about. And now they found like the woman that they truly want, and now she's done.
All right, so
Yeah.
so I have some levels of agreement
Okay.
and some levels of disagreement.
Well, let's hear it.
So the agreement, because I want to start on a positive today, right? So the agreement is, I 100% agree with you. I think that once a man becomes any kind of way attached to a woman
Yeah.
and there's a breakup, that man is devastated because majority of the time it's always like, it's whatever. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
right? There's a lot of that stoicism. So
Ego.
they're like, yeah, it's whatever, right? So when they actually open up and they allow someone in, they get hurt all the more because they're just not developed to handle that,
I agree.
right? But
They
Mhm.
do not have the
now here's the
emotional
disagreement. When it comes to the craziness, men get pretty crazy. Women take that shit far. That we looking at you key in your car. Yeah, I did this shit. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? They burning your clothes. They calling your job. They're posted up in front with all the girls.
dating
They
Lisa
trying to
Left Eye?
slap shorty you talking to. They at the bodega talking to the dude who does your sandwich.
He talking
Like,
from
fuck him. Don't make
experience.
your sandwich.
Trust me.
I mean, was this-
niggas do that same shit. Let me just tell you from personal experience. They do that same shit. They pop up. They do the drive-bys.
They
They,
send you
do
two
the all
paragraph
that.
text messages.
They send the
like,
fuck you. That's an insider. That's an insider. That's an insider. But nah, I definitely agree with that. We crazy. Especially depending on how you played in our face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's that.
So like if you done did the girls filthy, hold on. I can hear y'all too much on this side. It's all right. I can hear y'all way too much on my
Talk your
side. I love it. Agree quieter. No, I'm just fucking with you.
She's, I want to hear snaps in the background.
Right,
That's it.
yeah. Yeah, let's act like we at New Eureka. I'm just fucking with you. I appreciate it. How y'all doing? Also, hold on, real quick. We ain't even cheers.
Facts.
Hi,
We didn't
everybody. It's more
Cheers.
blessings, more life. Cheers. Thank you for
Come on,
having
Pop.
us.
Come on, Pop.
Cheers. Thank
Cheers,
y'all.
cheers.
Thank you guys for having us. Cheers. Okay.
Thanks, by the way, baby.
Oh, thank you. Everybody back there does as well. But to your popping up in a bodega comment. So it sounds
If
like
you haven't been there in the morning when someone's
getting
getting a bacon, egg, and cheese, and shorty's blacking, I don't know what neighborhoods you
you
in.
don't really live in New York if you ain't experienced
I
that.
ain't been
Exactly
there.
my point.
Right.
I live in Canarsie. We don't do that there. We don't.
What?
We
Hold
don't.
on. I've lived in Canarsie and I've seen
I've
it.
lived in
They
Canarsie
don't?
too.
I'm saying maybe it's because it's being said
Where?
in Spanish instead of English, but it's the same shit. I'm doing conmigo, and then you're just like, holy shit.
Papi, está caliente aquí. I understand some Spanish. I could know what she's telling you. Your mother's a puta. So, like, I wouldn't know, okay?
Your mother's a
I just say, I just
puta.
never see it. But when I see it, I'm going to let you know. I'm
All
going to
right,
record
no,
it.
definitely,
We
definitely,
gonna step in.
definitely.
What part of Canarsie?
The 80s.
All right, stop trying to dox her.
Oh,
I'm just-
I'm like,
I'm
damn, I
just
can't
I'm
just
trying
have.
to see
I'm
'cause
just
people
playing. I
fucking
talk a lot
Nazis.
of shit.
I
y'all.
mean,
I'm
New
just
York
playing.
is 8.5 million people. You're gonna see everybody anyway.
That was actually specific.
I'm big on
Anyway.
numbers. I love statistics because it helps
Men
my
lie,
arguments
women
when I
lie,
want to argue.
numbers don't.
Yep.
That's smart.
Ooh, this. I'm ooh.
Mel, what's your opinion?
Spicy. This drink's
I think it takes a woman a longer time. All right, so I'm kind of conflicted because I think women are more emotional, so I feel like they take it a little harder. I think a man will probably like brush it off, but in the long run, he'll be hurt too. So I would just say women because they take it just a little bit more harder than a man.
Yeah,
Oh man,
we're more vocal about our hurt.
I think so,
Y'all
bro.
gonna hide it.
I'm super.
Yeah, I think a
hyped
man
now.
will hide it and it won't.
Yeah, like he said, we gonna pop
said
up
what?
to the bodega.
I'm super
we gonna be
hyped now.
doing
Go
all
ahead,
that.
love.
Why you
Sorry.
hyped?
Because you brought something up that I cannot argue about. Go ahead.
I mean,
You
go
are?
ahead. Go for
So,
it.
I have a question, right? And this is I sit up, so you already know it's the vibe.
Hold
So
on, bro. You gotta be quiet, bro.
so here's the thing. We hear a lot of things, and tell me if you heard it before. If you heard it before, then we'll understand
Yeah,
that women are more emotional than men,
yeah, of
right?
course.
You hear that a lot.
hmm
I don't agree at all.
You don't?
No, not at all.
Not in any instances, because there's everything can be like duality.
Situational.
Yeah,
It could be situational, but the thing is when we talk about emotions, it's who's the likelihood for them to sit there and allow their emotions to inflict action, or from emotion goes action.
Right.
And in my opinion, men
Okay,
tend to be the ones
we going there.
right
Oh.
who tend to be overly emotional because
I agree.
anger
I do agree.
anger is
Not
an
the
emotion.
pastor.
Aggression is a display of that
Absolutely.
emotion, right?
Mhm.
Violence
Not the-
is a display of that emotion.
Oh, you
That's
you
just
now
one.
when
I
you
just
think
want
about
emotion.
He on fire.
I think, and Mel brought this up to me, he's gonna make this argument
Cooking.
back to me, is that women have a plethora of emotions that they can display when men tend to fall back on one. But
Yeah.
that
Yes,
one,
yes,
that one
That's money.
yes.
is the one that's going to sit here and bring the most negative instances from it.
Mm-hmm.
Because when a man gets upset, it's not just, I'm tired of this, I'm leaving. It's, nah, nigga, I'm gonna fuck you up. And then what happens is that violence, then that's why predominantly majority of violent crimes committed by men,
Yeah.
majority of murders committed by men. I don't see women overly emotional killing everyone and their mother. I don't see that. So with that being said, if you would
Points
like to
are being
argue that
made.
back, or ladies, if you'd like to sit here and add to it, I made my argument. I put it out there by all means.
Okay. I want to hear yours before I go.
All right.
This
ready.
is
We
lovely
We had this
to
argument
hear.
before.
We had this
Definitely
argument on the
argument.
train.
We
We
definitely
had
had
the
this
A
argument on the
train
train.
bumping.
Not the
So-
A train, A for
We had
argument.
the A train
So look,
bumping.
I agree, but
But
just because men are heavily in the angry category, that don't make them more emotional. I think a person who's more emotional intelligent and have the variety,
Right.
that will make them more emotional because they have
You mean the
more
person
wider
who
range.
lacks
Well,
emotional
Because
intelligence?
what you said at first was the person with the most emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence doesn't equate to being emotional. It actually is the
No.
complete opposite.
So
when
it-
you have emotional intelligence,
Mhm.
you are less emotional
Correct.
because you're able to
You're more
use
rational.
the emotion in the
So-
proper
all right, so
instances.
I
For
thought-
instance, if
Yeah.
you're somebody, right? If you somebody in a relationship, let's say you're a man, you're a man with a woman, correct? You are in control of your emotions, right? So when you're able, when you have emotional maturity, and maybe she's going off or she's not as emotionally mature, you're able to keep your calm and your cool because one of y'all has to be the emotionally mature one while she's going off of just pure emotions. So she's just going crazy because she's literally reacting off of pure emotions. That is the more emotional being.
So then it'll be the
I've been
it'll be
both.
the person that's not.
Look, I've been both of them.
intelligent.
I'm a Gemini.
we did say Steph.
Not the clap. Oh, I love this, y'all. I feel like I'm at the Apollo and shit. Not the live studio audience.
So, this is
This is
Wendy.
cute. We
So
like this.
I meant the person that's not emotional intelligent.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. No, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
You fix that.
Yeah, basically.
So just I kind of want to get a better understanding.
So, okay, if I'm being honest, men, if we're talking about real men, or if we're talking about men that haven't had the healing or haven't had the therapy that maybe they need, if we're talking about real men, then I don't feel like they're the more emotional ones. I feel like real men are very solution oriented. I feel like real men understand how to navigate through adversity regardless of emotion because you understand strategically. Men, they don't have the I feel like men don't have the the privilege of just being emotional in this world. When you're an emotional man, especially an emotional black man, that ends you in a lot of fucking trouble.
That comes up a lot on this podcast, bro. Correct.
As it should. Because who hurt you? But then you got to hide the hurt because you can't be emotional. And you got to go to all of that.
There goes the dichotomy, right?
Yeah,
there goes the problem.
Absolutely.
And when we're having the conversation on what do we do about it, right? But even before we get there, because I'm the reason why I say that men tend to be more emotional and they act on those emotions. A woman will be pissed and her actions may sit there and be dictated by those emotions, but they never reach the level that a man's willing to go
100%.
with those actions. That's why I say men are as emotional as women.
Okay.
Right? I don't think that one's more than the other. I just think that they're the exact two sides of the same coin.
People are emotional
right?
as fuck.
People in general are emotional.
Right.
I don't think men are more emotional. I don't think women are more emotional. I think the display of emotion is different. But they're both sitting there focusing on their emotions.
Very
women
true.
Couldn't, like I said, the plethora. He was absolutely
correct. We can
correct.
cry. We can talk to other people about
From
it.
laughing to crying to laughing again within a 30-second span.
First of all, stop snitching. Second of all,
and then men, you guys aren't really allowed to cry, especially not about like feelings.
Yeah. You could cry if you win the Super Bowl. You could cry if you know, I don't know.
But that's the point that I'm making is like the way that we sit here and process emotion now is crazy. Because if your team scores, you're wilding the fuck out. Right?
Yeah.
If one of your favorite NBA players, I saw cats crying when Kobe died.
Yeah.
Right?
It was
crying. But this is the same person's like, I'm not sitting here telling my girl how I feel.
Yes.
What kind of dumb shit is that?
On it.
The fuck? You're willing to cry over Kobe. I love Kobe
Not
too.
y'all, the camera.
I love Kobe too. But if I'm feeling some type of way, I'm gonna look at my shorty and be like,
yeah,
I'm feeling some type of way, man. I'm not gonna be like, get out of here, bitch. You ain't Kobe.
Well, that's that lack of emotional maturity that we speak about, because you're not able to communicate your feelings, or you're even aware of your feelings, and to also does that woman create a safe space for you to share those feelings with her?
That's the one.
Right? So if she doesn't, then of course you want to keep that inside.
That's the one.
And you are so on point. Like
that's the one.
Oh, I was cooking and you just like froze me.
Now he was just a sous chef. It's
I'm saying, I was over here trying to add something to
He
it.
was
like,
doing the
you need
seasoning.
to do something, chef.
I got you,
I had
chef.
the adobo on deck. That's all I was trying to do.
Sazon on deck.
So I do understand like keeping it in if you're not safe, if you feel like you're going to be judged, if she's going to look at you like, man up, you're acting like a little bitch. Like, of course you want to keep that inside of you, but also that comes with finding the right woman that you can share your feelings with. Like, it's a two-way street. It shouldn't just be she can go off all day about what's bothering her and you just got to shut down because you're the man. Like, nah.
So, safe space. That's a fun word. Because if you say it to people, I ain't no bitch. It's the immediate thing that they're going to say. Yo, do you feel like you have a safe space with your woman? Or in an area where you can really articulate or sit here and tell people how you feel? Immediately he's going to look at me. I ain't no bitch.
That's a man who lacks emotional maturity.
You're not emotional maturity having that. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
I mean, if can I ask you guys something?
What's
Can I ask
up?
you guys something? If this is a woman that you are laying next to butt ass naked, your most vulnerable state, literally that can be. If a robber walks in the door right now, you gotta head out the crib butt ass naked. So you are literally in the most vulnerable state that you could be. If that is not a safe, if you don't feel like that's safe with her,
you shouldn't be with her.
Then you shouldn't be with her. Yeah. And honestly, a lot of men will still lay beside a shorty butt ass naked, knowing that she's not gonna emotionally be safe, which is what Zena was talking about. And he'll still lay beside her. But there is some culpability or some responsibility in yourself to find a woman that's not going to use that shit against you. Because let's be honest, we know the shorties that look good but are toxic. And sometimes a lot of men, especially the ones that aren't emotionally mature enough, those are the shorties that they like to go after. So she's going to be the one that when you tell her, look, I'm not feeling that great today, or my spirit is down, or my emotions are all over the place today, she's the one that's going to be like, well, pull it together, you bitch ass nigga. She's not going to be the one that's going to be like, well, tell me what's going on. Talk to me. Let me know. Yeah. Do you want to talk? Do you need a solution? Do you want to vent? Or do you just want to do you just want me here? You know?
As a man also, it's like, is this just a fuck or is this someone you want to build with? Because each is different. You know, if it's just someone
I feel like that gets mixed up all too much, because when we talk about anything dating related, they literally use them interchangeably, right? Being like, you know, it all depends on how it goes. Like me, I say this every episode. I'm gonna keep saying it every episode. Because I am a huge feminist. I love bitches. Always will. It's just how it goes, right? That's what I am, right? So I can advocate from that part because I know what it is to sit here and have things done against me. You know what I'm saying? Being Latino, you know, the way I represent myself. If you hear my name, you think I'm fixing pipes in your building, or I'm a superintendent. If I tell you my actual name, you're gonna be like, "Well, Bobby the drywall." Have to tell
me now.
I'm gonna do it after. I say here.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's too vulnerable for him. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not letting that vulnerability out.
It's a safe space.
It's not. This is the internet. They're not safe about this shit.
You're right. Because I would have been like, I would have been making fun too. Because I got too many jokes.
Right. So. And at the same time, the way I represent, when you see me, more times than not, I'm getting stopped, or, you know what I'm saying, then you go and you get on the train. Did you hop the train type of shit? Like, those are the things that we view.
I did, actually. Y'all up in the price every 2 months.
Facts, right? I was waiting for the door to open.
I did. Right.
No, but what I mean by that is I know what it is to have things like, you know, stereotypes and negative connotations about me literally be what you base your thought of me as. So when it comes to women, I can sit there and do the same thing. I can try to put myself in those shoes. I wonder why is it you feel that way. And I sit there and resonate with people who have to deal with struggle since I had to deal with it. So that's why I find myself being more on the woman's side of things, though I still advocate for men because I think there's a lot of things that are just negative as fuck when it comes to being a man. It's hard as fuck. Walking around every day, having all that baggage on your back and no one there to sit there and wonder, yo, you need some help with that? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're like...
You need a hand.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, male deletion rates are crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why? Because
they're the highest.
It's so much, but it's always been high. Yeah. Because no one's giving a fuck. Yeah. Ever. But that's the system that's in place for it. So it's just like, I feel on both sides, but I think that's this shit right now with the way relationships are and the way our society's built out now, where everyone wants to go back in time and wants to sit here and talk all this crazy shit like it was great back then, forgetting all the nuances that go into it and not realizing that we have a chance to really change a lot of shit for it to be super beneficial because everyone's got their hands in the pot now. It's not just half of us have hands in the pot and the others are just sitting there attached to that first half. You know what I'm saying? Everyone got their hand in the pot. Everyone's making bread. Everyone could do everything. You know what I'm saying? So we all sitting at the table. So now we have an opportunity to sit there and come as partners. Yeah. Rather than sitting here being like, I'm the one that runs this shit. Now you follow me.
Right.
Yeah. It's better this way. It's better being partners.
Absolutely. But I feel like, can I be honest? I feel like while a lot of women say they want things to be equal, they don't necessarily want 50-50 responsibility in a relationship. So I feel like that's where the you know, the problem. Like, so like some women, I'm not going to say, I feel like especially like us and a lot of the women that we know that we're in the circles that we're a part of, the whole 50-50 conversation has never been an issue. Like we live in New York City. If you live in an inner city, period, like you understand two income household is always gonna be just smarter. Yeah, like it's just more resourceful. Really? Like at the end of the day, if y'all want to go take trips, if you want to live a beautiful life, 2 incomes is always gonna be better than one. Yeah. But I do feel like while I do feel like, and this is crazy because I was recently talking to some cousins of mine, and they 100% live their lives like this. And it's like, no, the men are those traditional ways, like they are supposed to provide and protect. While I do understand and get that to a certain aspect, it's a part of the reason why I do feel like that pressure adds to the male deletion rates. Imagine feeling like your whole life, right? You just want to be married. You want a family. You want a structure. Because there's so many men out there like that. I've grown up with a lot of male best friends, and they were never the type to go out there and just be fucking on women left and right. Can we curse on here?
Yes, of course.
I mean, fuck is my favorite word to rock out.
Because I've been just letting them rip, and I'm like, I don't want to demonetize nobody. But fucking is probably one of my favorites. But yeah, they're not out here fucking. Their dreams were literally to grow up and to have a family. And now in this day and age, dating has been a huge problem for them. And one of my friends, after our episode that we had with Express Yourself Black Man, he actually opened up to me about his own suicidal ideations because of this, not solely because of the dating world, but it has a huge part of it. The pressure to literally be 100% put together for a woman, and then once you're with her, put her life together too, with the house, with the car, with the kid, with the and it's just like, damn, can I breathe? And these are good men, like these are really good men. I've never identified as a feminist. I still don't. And why I don't is because I feel like
hold on. Neither one of y'all identify as feminists.
No,
Why
I
not?
don't. I feel like the rhetoric is very, very dangerous, to be honest.
Honestly, it's a white woman's thing.
Feminism is it's a white woman's buzzword.
And I'm not going to change
and it's what white women
what's
use.
the definition of feminism?
The definition of feminism is the equality amongst sexes. So you have first wave, second wave, third wave, and fourth wave feminism, right?
Yeah.
And there's waves of feminism because of the times that they were in. First wave feminism was to get the vote. Second wave feminism was to ask for the same things and the opportunities that men had. Third wave feminism was finding out how the patriarchy controlled certain portions of life, and also identifying that the patriarchy or the patriarchal system that we have also affects men. Doesn't only affect women; it affects men. Yeah. It's one of the reasons why when people say
you don't hear a lot of this rhetoric. That's the problem. The mainstream rhetoric that you hear from me and why I don't identify is very damaging and very divisive. So that's the only thing that I don't agree with. However,
I want to hear the fourth one, though.
Fourth wave feminism, I don't agree with at all because they take everything and everything is a microaggression against women.
Yeah. So what is it though?
It's essentially the system in itself is there specifically to hold women back no matter what it is, and everything is essentially misogyny.
Like women
I'm making a really broad generalization on what fourth wave feminism is. I'm sure there's some feminists who can do a way better job that can sit there and give you the academic definition. Yes. I can't do that, but I know that exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. That's more fourth wave feminism.
Yeah, that's third
and second wave feminism. If I were to tell you all the little things that go along with that, you would 100% agree with it.
Well, that's the thing.
All of us are essentially feminists.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. I agree with most of the what we all want is the same.
Correct.
It's just it's the buzzwords. It's the feminist TikTok. It's the feminist, it's
the
this
liberation,
new growing,
the sexual liberation.
It's toxic. It's to me, it's the same thing as the red pill. It's the extremists versions. So
correct.
it's not like just regular feminists. It's not like you that identifies as a feminist but can still have like a proper conversation that expands and you're able to still talk with people. I'm really just talking about the extremists. I'm not somebody that labels myself with anything, period. I don't identify with any political party. I don't do the whole she, her, he, his. Yeah. I will call you whatever pronoun you identify with. You know what I mean? But I just don't, I'm not that, I just don't.
That's not what dictates your life going forward every
exactly.
day. You sit
I will
here
have all those conversations
for other people.
Oh,
but that's
absolutely.
How 90%
absolutely.
of people are. Yeah. The problem is the extremes tend to sit here.
They get highlighted.
So like, and what it is the minority of voices have the loudest voices.
Yes,
right?
100%.
Because those small amounts of people
100%
be wilding the fuck out. And the next thing you know, they saying some crazy shit.
And they're the ones with the most following.
Yep. And then, like, how are you supposed to say anything? Yeah. Same thing with the red pill. Like, I think there's certain red pill creators that I personally like.
That make sense.
They make sense.
And
then you hear fuck shit.
Exactly.
And then I have to sit here and have, like my mind rot for a second. And then I'm blocking at my phone or my TV.
Yeah.
Where I'm having an argument with someone who's not arguing back with me. So, you know what I mean?
And now your algorithm caught on to that one video.
Oh my God,
and now
it
it's just
keep popping up.
You.
Sorry,
I'm like, damn.
Here.
Now I'm just mad constantly.
Yeah, but
no,
yeah, it's always the minority of voices is always the loudest, and they're the ones that are gonna sit there and dictate the discourse. And when people are sitting there, they're arguing these straw mans from positions that no one holds. Literally positions that no one holds. You're never gonna walk. We're in the most we're in the most populated city in the United States.
Period.
I can walk outside right now, and 90% of the shit you hear, whether it be on the farthest of fucking fringe feminist or farthest of fringe red pill, right? Or black pill, depending, where you can't get a date if you're not over fucking 6
black
feet.
Pill.
What the hell is black pill?
Black pill is essentially it's all genetics. Genetics dictates if you getting pussy or not. So if you're not over 6 feet, you're never getting pussy.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Wait, did you just make that up?
No, I'm literally telling you.
Women are attracted to success.
How many pills are there?
Determination
There's quite
and
a few
money.
pills.
I know pink pill. I know
blue pill.
I know. What the fuck is black pill? I thought you was about to give me some
genetic.
black power shit.
Listen, I'm trying to Google, but I ain't got no fingers, so
you definitely
it's
don't.
Not touching.
I help you with that.
Wait, black
wow,
pill
y'all just
is
told me
genetics?
something new. That's crazy.
It's essentially saying that in the dating
if you're
market,
not pretty,
you're less likely to sit here and find a mate due to the genetics that you have. And there's also things like
for men, that's not true. For women, maybe.
No.
Oh man.
Right.
Hypergamy,
I feel like men go after the most
hypergamy is only a portion of it. It's genetics. There's no amount of riz that's gonna get you a girl. Essentially, it's the give up program.
Hold on, wait. You said
that's
you
crazy.
feel like men go after the most attractive women?
I feel like men go after the physical, while women date men that are hideous. If they got money, if they got drive, if they have like passion, if they have honestly, if he's smart, if he genuinely has something to say, pussy wet. If he has like dead ass like determination, if he has this thing that got him out, let's say he got out of the hood. Sexy. That shit is sexy. He don't gotta be over 6 feet. He don't gotta be fine. He could be short and fine because that nigga really did some shit. Men, she can't look like she's 35. She can't, I don't know, whatever the
She can't even be about 30.
For you, it may not be true. For you.
You had this
but for
talk.
the majority of men, it is. You're in the minority of men, but for the majority of men.
When you look at it, it's what people look for. So like men, like a lot of men, matter of fact, the red pill, this is my favorite one.
Hold on, I want to pause there because Mel has a question he want to ask. Behind the scenes is going off, and I need to know what's a question.
What? So he was basically saying like you're describing a boy, not a man.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely. I believe that because a man is gonna go for who makes the better wife, better mother, who's gonna help hold the household down. Absolutely. So it's the boy. I should correct that. Men look for women based off of the quality of women,
the value they add.
Boys look for the IG baddies. I wasn't even calling myself that. I was just doing all this. I don't even know why. But
she 100% did it too. She should do it.
I sure did. And I did it again. And then I'm gonna remind y'all.
All right, sorry.
But yeah, you're right. That's a boy, not a man. I will correct myself.
I think that like when you hear a lot of these dudes say shit like, oh man, it's so annoying. Even that I'm repeating it.
You gotta cringe even to repeat it.
Men sit there and a lot of these red pill dudes, right? Mm-hmm. Their idea of dating down is a woman who doesn't do anything. But then when you look at what they're looking for, right? They're looking for shorty who's young, under 24.
Right.
Preferably didn't go to college.
Right.
Right? Because that's going to indoctrinate her.
Has
no life experience. Easily moldable, aka manipulatable. Right? So that's what you're asking for. So technically, if you go for that, you're dating up.
Yeah.
Because if you're older and she's younger, her grouping isn't yours. So you're technically, in your eyes, dating up. Now, a woman who sits there and looks for a man who makes more money, stable, sits there and has things taken care of, and she's also participating, she's also dating up.
Yeah.
But most of the time, people tend to date within their circle. Right? People the closest to you, people who you work with, people who you see on a regular basis. I've yet to find anyone, except for a few dudes, I'm not going to mention no names, who sat there and went to other countries to look at their girls.
Not the passport bros. Not the passport bros.
I know two, and I make fun of them religiously.
Wait, you know two, they brought their wife back here, like on some 90 Day Fiancé type shit? Not the K1 visa. Go ahead.
Argentina and Thailand.
It's giving anti-black. Are they black?
One's Dominican, but my man makes Wesley Snipes look light. And then my other boy's he's Puerto Rican but doesn't speak a lick of Spanish, so he just identifies as black.
So, what?
And they both
he's Puerto Rican but doesn't speak Spanish, but just identifies as black.
Yeah, because to him, like they don't.
Puerto Rican is just an ethnicity. That's not your race.
It's not your race. Most Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
I ain't here for the race
conversation.
Ethnicity.
That's a different conversation. Because honestly, I'm a Puerto Rican. I'm 25% Puerto Rican. I don't know no Spanish. I don't know no Spanish songs. I don't know none of that shit. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead.
I'm incredibly Puerto Rican, but I also identify as black. That's not
incredibly Puerto Rican.
I know that shit was good. I love it. Wait, what you got?
I'm incredibly Puerto Rican. I'm not joking. Like I'm incredibly Puerto Rican, but I identify as black because the other category is white. And I don't fall into that one.
Yeah.
I don't get to sit here and get any of that privilege. You know what I mean? When I get thrown up against the wall, I'm getting called the same names regardless. So it doesn't really matter to me.
What were you guys? Did you ever have that conversation in the household, like what you guys were racially, or did I just switch up the whole convo 100%?
You did, but I fuck with it.
Okay.
But like me?
Well, no, I was
surprise,
really
surprise.
asking him.
What were you considering
black,
yourself?
Like you just know
I grew up in the projects. Same thing.
Okay, yeah.
But I speak Spanish, so I was the one that had to. When we got into shit or if, you know what I'm saying, things needed to be done, that's why I would be pulled with all the niggas around me. It was like, yo, he got that, bro. Have him talk. He know that shit. And that's what it was. That's how. And the funny thing is, my older brother doesn't speak Spanish.
How do you know it then? Do your parents speak
They threw me in Puerto Rico. My grandmother threw me in Puerto Rico when I was 6.
What you mean they threw you? Where was your parents at? Back here?
My mom's was here. My grandmother took me. She took me for a summer. She took me over there. She dropped
me
the
learned Spanish
fuck
in one
off.
summer?
She dropped
That's
me
impressive.
off. She told my cousins if they speak to me in English, she was gonna fuck them up.
Oh, you lit.
And then she left.
Not Abuela.
I wish.
Look, you ain't fucking with Abuela. If she tell you do something, you doing it.
Puerto Rico.
No, you say you wish you somebody that too. In what country do you want somebody to do that to you? Puerto Rico?
That's not a country. I'm just fucking with you.
You hurt my feelings.
I mean,
fucking with
Haiti. No.
Well, you know what? Everybody on the island want to be white. That's why I really don't identify as Puerto Rico. The census of Puerto Rico, they want to be white. Oh yeah, 100%.
If you go around the edge of the island,
like Borican and stuff like that,
they're darker
they
and they identify as black. But when you
like
go on
we
the
are
inside,
black Hispanic.
We have like 5 conversations going on. Like someone needs to.
All right, let's reel it back in.
What's happening?
All I need is
what's the topic? What's the outline? What's next?
All right, what's next?
Because we done jumped and we are in the fucking ocean, swimming to Puerto Rico and shit.
This is a random question I got.
What's a random question?
Would you rather a loveless marriage, but the sex is fire, or a sexless marriage, but you're madly in love?
None of the above. The fuck?
Gotta pick one.
That's counterintuitive.
How can you be mad? Oh wait, no.
You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one.
Can I be honest? I've been in a relationship where I've been in love with no sex.
See, it's possible.
I'm gonna drink on that one.
But it wasn't. I didn't want it. I didn't want this kind of relationship. What? Myself.
Wait, hold on. Wait. So why you stayed in the relationship?
I didn't see that one coming.
Huh?
Why did you stay in the
Because
relationship?
he was my first love. Like I didn't.
So what would stop y'all from having sex then?
I don't want to.
Shrimp? He said shrimp.
Yo, the corner gang is wilding with the shrimp combo. That's crazy.
Not the audience.
Yo,
I'm gonna need. Yeah, go anyway. No, there was. I heard somebody say ED, which was a very real issue, which is a very real issue in a lot of men. Yeah, erectile dysfunction.
Soft dick.
Don't fucking worry about it, and we not doing this shaming shit either. Okay, we not doing this shaming shit because if we being honest, I'm just fucking with you.
Wait, so you?
I don't need your son learning from me. I ain't no doctor. Don't let him listen to me. Please don't let him listen to me.
So if you had to answer the question, which one would you pick?
That's the one I would pick.
Love
I wouldn't
with no sex?
Oh no. I would pick a relationship, a loveless relationship, but we just having sex.
You?
At this point in my life, because I already did the other.
I've already done.
Right, so you gotta go with the other.
No, but that's opposite, right? Because I've done the sex and no love. I mean,
yeah. So now you gotta do the other one.
But
I gotta find the love.
But you think you would be happy in that relationship, like in love but no sex?
No,
no
you won't
sex
be
at
happy.
all, or is the sex
You're not gonna be
trash?
happy in either. That's a dumbass question.
Yeah.
All right.
You just have to choose it. You have to choose the lesser
Which
of
one
two
you picking?
evils.
Which one you picking?
Bobby.
And that's sad.
What I would do, I'd probably go with the love.
Love?
Yeah, because I've had tons of fucking with no emotions attached. It'd be nice to have some emotion. Because at the end of the day, sometimes that emotion gonna hit a lot better than catching that nut. You know what I'm saying? Having someone hold you, hug you, tell you you're okay, making sure you ate. Are you all right? Is everything good? That shit feeds the soul, and I don't even believe in that.
What do you mean you don't believe in that? That's so weird. You don't believe in a connection where you sharing energy with somebody?
No, I just meant the soul as
he
a
don't
whole.
believe in souls.
Hmm?
What?
Yeah, he's weird.
What do you believe in? The body? That's it?
You just believe in the vessel?
Okay.
We're literally just a physical vessel.
So I feel attacked.
I will. I need to have a question.
I'm actually shocked.
Okay, so I am an atheist.
Oh,
right?
My dad
I
is
lack
too.
belief in anything
It's
that's
not
not
religious,
provable. There's no religion associated to it. I'm not preaching a doctrine. If something comes up that's provable, then I'll believe it because now it's a fact. I only believe in things that can be proven. If it can't be proven, I just don't pay no mind to it.
So like energy?
Energy in what way?
Like energetic matter that makes up our bodies.
I mean, scientifically, yeah, 100%.
So you only believe in science, though?
I mean, if it's...
Well, hold on, wait. Let me ask you a
proven,
question. Science is the only way to prove anything to you?
I mean, it's the method by which we have all
I'm
the
asking,
advancements in
answer the
technology
question
now.
first.
It's a yes or no question.
I just
He wants
did by
a yes
saying
or
that.
no.
Yes, and then I gave
So
all of that.
nothing outside of science can prove anything to you?
I mean, deductive reasoning will give you that, but you always tend to fall on something else for you
He
to
need
get
the
that
hypothesis. He need the
The conclusion.
the conclusion.
I need a 4-page article,
Right.
and or
He
a
need
report.
the thesis statement.
But the reason I feel this way is
You got a
What you
question
got
for
to
him?
say?
No,
Right. Oh,
I
it
want to know
sounded
your
like it.
response.
You know,
I've been on this. I've known this. I've known this already.
I get that.
We've
like
never-
that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, we never
though.
spoke about
You
this
know
on the
what I'm saying?
podcast. We
Like,
never spoke about it on the podcast.
you can come on our show and we can talk about that.
Oh, yeah,
Honestly,
100%.
Yeah, we can do that.
you want to do that?
All right,
I'm
we
with
can do
it.
that. We
I
can do
want
that.
to do that.
I want to know what you choosing: love, sex, or which one?
Rock
I don't
and
know.
roll.
At this point.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm choosing sex.
Yeah, I don't understand how bad it is to
Choosing
be in a
sex.
relationship with no sex. Like to literally stay in a relationship with no
Yeah,
sex.
I've
It
never
is
been
torture.
there.
It's
Like I
actual
can get love
torture
from
because
other
you're-
places.
Right. I can get love from my
I can get
family.
love from
I
my
love
mom, my
myself.
grandma, like my
Right.
sisters.
Exactly.
But romantic love
love
is
from my
different
friends.
from
No,
familial
no.
love.
But I can't have sex with
But
nobody
you
else,
can't have
though.
sex with
I can't have
nobody
sex with
else.
nobody else, though.
Exactly. Facts. You got
I can't
it.
sex with nobody else.
You got it. I haven't spent my life just
I'm
having
dead ass
frivolous
serious.
sex. I literally haven't spent my life having frivolous sex. I can't continue having no sex.
I can't be in a
waited
relationship
too
without sex.
long to keep having no sex. That's all
your
I'm finna
era,
say.
yo.
I
She's
agree
in
with
I'm
the
in
that.
the
era.
sex era.
Y'all in the
What's that
same
era
era.
called?
We right here.
Right.
Feel me?
Nah, I'm
Right.
good.
Right. You do
Right.
what you
I'll
do
tell you-
You're good on sex, right?
No,
You're
it's
done,
not.
right?
It's not that
You're
I'm
done,
good on
right?
sex.
You had
I
too much
love,
sex.
Hold on, wait.
And now you don't appreciate it.
I
It's like,
love-
Hold
okay.
on, hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all.
I
gotta hold
love
down.
having
a connection.
a connection and
Yeah.
being able to sit there and share that connection physically.
100%.
Right? But now the thing is that all too many times I've had tons of links with no emotion attached to it.
Mhm.
And then
That's
when I
sad.
catch this emotion is where we get back to that, where I'm no longer equipped to deal with when I handle emotion because I don't have anything to base it off of because all of my previous interactions were just, hey, yo, what's up?
That
I'm
makes
putting my dick in.
sense.
I'm out. Like,
No,
that's
but the
not
question
it.
said
That
marriage, though.
makes sense. No, but I like what you're saying.
You did say loveless marriage.
You
or
did say
A loveless marriage or fuck.
Oh, we're talking
It was
about
marriage.
marriage.
Yes,
Yes.
this is a marriage.
Yeah, I'm
This is a
taking-
marriage.
I can't get married then. Fuck it. If that's what the caveat is, I can't get married. This is ridiculous. Like, why? Why do I gotta choose this up, guys?
So you need both. You need both.
Love. Yeah, I need both. I can't have
both.
sex with you if I don't have feelings for you. That's just who I am. Sex, honestly, like I will always make myself come before anybody else can. So I'll do me first. Like I don't.
That's
need,
a responsible woman. Talk your shit, queen.
Thank
Talk
you.
your shit.
Oh,
If no one
thank
told you
you.
you awesome
Said that
today, I'm
selfish.
telling you awesome. Fuck out of
You know
here.
what? I feel good now. Look at that. He just called me responsible. I don't get that
You're
often.
loud, bro.
I never get responsible.
The thing is that a woman's orgasm is different from a man's.
It
There's
is.
things that you have to do
It
to get a woman to
is.
orgasm.
It
If you're
is.
taking the responsibility to say, hey, yo, listen, I'm gonna get mine so you can get yours, and if
Yeah.
you get yours at whichever time, it's no big deal because I've gotten
Yeah.
my first one out the way. You can keep having more.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like that's what it is. So as long as you get that first one out the way, then now at least we'll be
Yeah.
equaled up. And if you have more, it doesn't matter because
we
know
always have more. Women.
So
as long as you're able to do it.
how much sex until you're like satisfied? Like
That's a
Sex
good
or how
question. A
many
day, a
orgasms?
week,
a week?
a week.
Like if you have to quantify it in a week, like how you go.
Oh shit.
Y'all not gonna like my answer.
7 days.
I can have sex like 4 days out the weekend.
That's
okay.
never mind.
And you're satisfied.
Yeah.
So if it's 3, you're not satisfied.
I mean, if it has to be 3 because we're busy,
Right.
yeah, I'm satisfied. Listen, I come just from having conversations with my man. Like, literally, I'm just like, damn, my pussy's so wet because you're spitting. Like, he is
God
so,
damn.
Yeah.
like,
Tell me more
intellectual.
about this math
You feel me?
equation. Oh
So,
my god, is
like,
that a 3? Jesus.
it doesn't-
What did you say about the universe colliding with?
if it's
tell
3
me more.
days out the week
Say.
and the 4th is not there, I'm cool. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's not about being satisfied. Like I satisfied to me is like you choose it, right? So like, yeah, like, okay, 1 round, I can be satisfied if I choose to be, right? Could I go another one and another one and another? Sure.
Uh-huh.
But like, you know your person. You don't want to make them feel any type of and if I want my second round, I'm gonna find my way to get that second round. You're gonna get there. How's that not fair? I'm not selling myself short. What I'm saying is, if I wanted my second round, I'm gonna get my second round. If I'm gonna get it, I'm not forcing it, baby. No, I'm not. You're not. How you telling me what I'm forcing? I'm not forcing anything with him. So you're right. How many times a week? How many time do we have? It's like if we have.
No,
I
hold on,
want sex.
hold on.
I've had this conversation before. I would prefer, in an ideal world, I want sex on the wake up, on the good night. So that's 7 days a week, 2 times a day at least.
So it's 14.
Yeah.
Okay, hold up. Wait. She premised this very specifically,
in a perfect
world.
In a perfect world. I don't expect that from my man. I never expected that from him. Also, I never put that expectation on him. I never even told him these things. Because you're asking me, that's why I said it. Me, like I told you earlier, I will decide. I will just say that I'm okay. Like he said, I'm selling myself short. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to figure out how much.
Hold on, wait. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
So you said in a perfect world you would want 14, right?
What about a real world?
Because like you doing numbers and shit, and I'm going off of vibes.
Nah, that's cool. That's cool.
Like,
Hold on, wait.
I want to fuck.
A lot though.
He sounds like
you're here. I'm here. We're free. Why not?
But if it's not 14, let's say it get to like.
That's fine too.
Okay, all right.
My thing is I want you. You want me. If we can do it, let's do it. If we can't, we can't. I'm a grown up. You're a grown up. Like it's not like he didn't fuck me 14 times this week, so now I got to go find somebody else. Never. It's not like that.
And you don't get called responsible? That's a really responsible take.
That is.
Well, because I don't talk too much about my sex life. I guess I'm responsible in sex, but in everything else, I'm pretty irresponsible.
I fuck with it though.
You know, like I go off vibes. Like I told you, like I'm a vibey person. Like look, I'm very attracted to my ex now. But like when I would look at him, I wanna have sex. And like I said, like sometimes he's a Capricorn. He's very work oriented, right? He's very much in his head. He's very like, I need to make money. So there's times when he just can't even like get there, like, you know, sexually, because he's so worried about in here. Okay, lay back. Let me take care of you. I got this. We'll do this. And if you're not there, and if you can't, then we won't. It's not about, you know, in a relationship, there are gonna be things that you have to sacrifice. Period. And that's just what it is. Sometimes it's sex. And with me, it was sex. But now I don't want to sacrifice that anymore.
I ain't never had to sacrifice that. Thank God.
Clink, clink.
Hello.
I mean, I respect that. So what about you, Mr. I'm sure 14 is probably your number too.
Nah, 14 is definitely not my number.
Like,
what's your
28?
4 is
Jesus
good.
Christ.
4 or 5 is good.
Times a week? 4 or 5 times
Days
a week?
out the week.
Yeah.
Oh, days.
Yeah.
Also, as a woman, for
That's
me
good.
personally, it's like
I need some days off.
I can have multiple orgasms in one round.
Exactly.
So
It's like, yeah, I get it for
Yeah,
y'all.
y'all a cheat code. That's fucking ridiculous. We only get one.
That's why we
not
don't wanna
true.
be
That's why
open.
women are sitting here making men fit. Nah, fuck with you.
A lot of women
I
don't
get
a
it.
lot of women don't orgasm off of penetration only.
Yeah, it's
So
true, which
it's
is
literally
so
like
funny.
10% of women.
But
who
it's because
do.
women need to learn how to do their Kegels. Women, if you learn how to do your Kegels while you're being penetrated, you absolutely will orgasm. 100%.
And breathe.
You clench your vaginal muscles. The vaginal wall will contract around his penis, and you will also, because a lot of people say they cannot come without clitoral stimulation. But when you hit your Kegels, that automatically stimulates your clitoris as well. So ladies,
I'm doing them right now.
just go right. Once you mention Kegels, like once you say them, you gotta hit them.
Not for real.
So cheers, ladies. Happy Kegling.
Happy orgasm day.
And if you're riding and you hit the Kegels, they will marry you.
So since you're schooling the men, question is, what's the best way to make a woman come? I know women are different.
Oh, from a man?
Yeah, from a man. Yeah, like if you had to give a man advice, what would be the best way?
To be honest, I don't know how a man can.
So speak,
I know how a woman can come.
No, I'm talking about a man can make you come.
Right. That's different with every woman and every man.
So what you? I'm asking you.
How my man can make me come?
What's the fastest way?
The fastest way? A little nipple play is probably the easiest way. Nipple play, yeah. But like, I'm just gonna fire. Like, it's like a fire hydrant.
The studio audience is like, the nipple?
Yeah.
Yo, this is we had a real studio audience. This would be fucking crazy.
The studio audience.
You said the nipple?
It's a little nipple play. Pinch the nipple. I'm done. You got me. I'm there.
I'm definitely...
Stop.
Hold on, guys. Y'all loud, bro.
Your destination arrived.
I like some head with a finger inside.
Oh yeah.
Like,
oh yeah. That's
Head with a
done.
finger.
That's responsible.
Honestly, that will always get you there.
Yeah.
quick, fast, and
Yeah.
hurry, like 10 times.
But you never mind. I was about to give away too much. Let me shut up. Let me shut my ass up. Yeah, okay. I'm okay.
So, okay.
It depends on what kind of orgasm. How quick? Which one?
Yeah, there's different
If you want me to
levels.
if you want us to
Oh, so you're talking about waterworks, sprinklers? That's crazy.
Yeah, like if that, then yeah, eat me out.
Yeah. I mean, with the finger and everything. That's the vibe.
Because my ex, oh Lord Jesus, that was something crazy. Let me just tell you.
Okay, so going back to the ED. No.
I had a little flashback.
I did want to talk about erectile dysfunction because I read something on Instagram about like, as a man, if you did like suffer from that. Should I say suffer? I don't fucking know.
No, you're suffering. You're suffering.
It's a suffer.
That's suffering.
If you look down, you be like, my heart. It's not working. If you wanted to have sex, if you wanted to have sex mentally, your body, but you literally couldn't get wet,
you're
that's a suffer.
Yeah, you're suffering.
That's a suffer.
Yeah, okay. If you're suffering from that,
oh, sorry.
Are you upfront about it with your woman from the jump, or is that something you like keep from her and you let her find out later on? No, this is a hypothetical.
Hold on. If we're talking hypotheticals, you could just put yourself in that thought process.
Yeah.
So we kind of had that conversation when we were talking about the micro penis.
Yes.
That's crazy.
The micro penis clip went crazy because I was shocked and hurt for that person who they were having that story about. But, okay. Erectile dysfunction has fixes now. There's pills for it.
Right.
There's different shit for it.
A cock ring, I think helps.
Also, a cock ring, because then you're not able to, and it also restricts the blood flow back.
It's a blood flow issue.
So my biggest thing here, I think, is any kind of sexual experience that you're gonna have with somebody, you should be open with all the shit that you have going on.
Exactly.
Because that's the only way you're able to do it. Like, I'm really big on making sure I know what's good off rip. What are you into? What are you not into? I want to make sure that there's never an instance where you're going to feel some type of way about something I might do. Because I want to make sure that we're all having fun, and all the fun we're having is thumbs up. I don't need no stories about me. I don't want to put stories out about you. We're all Gucci, and then we high five after, and then we're good.
Right, cool, but let him get his rebuttal.
I agree, right? I agree. Like, you should be open with your partner and telling them everything about you before y'all get in. You know, like, I agree with that. But when it's specifically talking about erectile dysfunction, I'm pretty sure in that person's head, he probably hoping that it don't happen.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm not going to tell you something that I hope don't happen.
But if you know it
Once
happens
it does
and you
happen.
have it, let's say, for example, you're depressed and you get put on antidepressants, and those are kind of known to cause erectile dysfunction, right?
100%.
So that is a temporary disorder because you can get over your depression, you can stop taking those pills, and so forth.
Then you want rock.
Hello, exactly. Then you can go. So, would you not be honest with the person you're with or the person you're like dating and let them know?
You asking me?
Yes.
Personally, you.
I'm throwing those pills in the trash.
So you're just gonna be
depressed. So you're gonna be depressed with hard dick?
Facts.
Depressed hard dick for you, girl.
Maybe some pussy would cheer me up. If there's one thing that's gonna cure this depression, it's some pussy. Okay. You know what? Honestly, bitches love some depressed niggas. We be like,
I'm feeling down.
Oh, look at him. He all sad. Let me give him some
I don't
pussy.
like that shit. Nigga, wake up.
What?
What the fuck you depressed for?
Listen, no, I'm gonna tell you something.
Tell
if I see a sad nigga, I'd be like, oh, why are you so sad? And then he'd be telling me, and I'd be like, oh, come here. Let me make it feel better.
That's a Puerto Rican in you, because I feel a lot of ay benditos coming from that.
What that mean?
It's like, It's ay bendito.
He said because his dick can't get hard. That makes all the sense.
Yeah, no, for real. I'll be in my situation. He didn't necessarily tell me because he didn't know until he told me like what happened during like a circumcision.
Oh,
and
told
something
you
happened.
How that's not as rare as you would think.
It's not rare at all because we looked it up together.
Crazy.
It's not rare, and so a lot of times, oh my god, no, we had a lot of sex. It just wasn't.
Long enough.
In the last year of our relationship was, we also didn't live together anymore. We had moved apart.
He like in the middle of he's just like would just die.
No, again, we had moved apart, so now we were no longer living together.
I'm talking about in the middle of sex, he would just like die on you.
Oh no. Oh no, not while he was in it, but it was a lot of like in his head beforehand. So it's like I'll just be completely transparent. Unless I was like. I know I'm very observant. So it's like once I see something works, I'm going to just keep doing that. And so I understood that like he was too in his head to maybe like get hard on his own. Mm-hmm. So, whenever I want it, like I'm just going to give you some head. I know what's going to get you there, and then I'm just going to hop on, or I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get not the clap.
No, that's a clap. That's a clap.
What's a clap?
That's a clap.
Just know that men as a species love you. All right? There you go. Tell all the other women to do that shit too.
What
You're
are
proactive.
These other bitches doing?
No. Wait, no.
What are these other bitches doing?
I thought this was normal.
If this was a clap worthy, I don't know what these other bitches are doing.
One, you pay attention.
Oh,
and you're
I
proactive.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, okay. Oh, I get
that's
that.
what it is.
I get that.
He gave you the
Okay.
perfect tool.
Thank
because
you.
other women will do it, but they'll have to be told you're sitting here actively going for it,
No,
rather
you
than
don't
being
gotta
like,
tell
if
me.
you're gonna get me hard, you're gonna have to suck me off.
And you're not letting him know.
Well, I want it. At the end of the day, it's for both of us. Like, I
Yeah.
want it to. It's a win-win. Like, what you mean?
And
Like,
doesn't it
you
make
know
a
what I
man
mean?
feel wanted if you show him that you want him?
That's the
Like,
thing. I
that's
want
a
him-
crazy thing.
I
You would
want
think
him
that,
to
right?
get out of his head. Don't stay in your head. Don't worry about nothing. I got you. Lay back, relax. Then I get on top. So I understand how to please him, and then he would please me in return. But in our last year, we were separated a lot, and so just a lot of sex wasn't happening. But no, he wouldn't just die down in the middle. Like, the battery wouldn't just die.
But she hit the nail on the head. A lot of it has to do with
Circumcision.
emotional.
Oh,
There's the physical aspects like circumcision,
Yeah.
Prostate issues can definitely cause it as well.
Yes.
There's a lot of things that go along
Blood
with
flow is related
correct.
directly to that, to
Yeah.
prostate
That's crazy.
issues.
That's not
Wait,
what I was
the
referencing.
finger in the ass?
That was not what I was referencing.
The finger in the ass? Wait,
That's
what
not gonna give
finger?
you a hard on. That's just gonna milk your prostate. You're just gonna ejaculate.
You're just gonna come like quick, and I need you to wait first. But like he said, it's like I was reading something, and it basically said like a lot of it, most of it is a mental blockage, and then a lot of the times it does come from some sort of blood blockage as well, and a lot of times that comes from botched circumcisions. And my boyfriend is my ex-boyfriend. I mean, I don't know. Check in with me in a few months because I love that man. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all.
She was still gonna be single. The fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna be hot girl summer. No,
I
that's
got
not even
It's
me.
spring. It's spring.
I'm outside with my man though.
That's not even my life. I don't live that hot girl life anyway. But yeah, it has a lot to do with mental and a lot of, so ladies, I just feel like finding, first of all, being like Cena said earlier, creating a safe space for your man to even open up about that erectile dysfunction so that y'all can look up shit together. I didn't know about erectile dysfunction until until I started having conversation with him, and then I started looking shit up. Then I started sending him links to certain things, and then I started,
And eat some pussy, like really.
No. Eat pussy, but that's not a cure. My man eats great pussy, but honestly, if you just eat some pussy, y'all gonna feel like lesbians.
Hold on, wait. Your man or your ex? You refer to them to...
I told you.
It's
I don't know yet.
interchangeable.
It's we gonna decide.
I'm feeling some type of way, so that's my
I
man.
broke
In
up
5
with
minutes,
him.
I don't know him.
It's interchangeable.
I broke up with him.
confusing.
I officially did
That's
break
how she
up with him.
feels.
You're right.
The
That's
other
my
week.
ex. You're right. I need to say it. My problem is I'm too fucking loyal. Like, I had this thing where I feel like in my head, like, no, that's my ex. He my ex. But don't come in my DMs. I mean, I'm literally telling y'all my shit, so I don't got to keep the secrets, but we was mad freaky together, and I am loyal. Both can be true.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Duality. I'm a Gemini. Like, yeah, I ain't even gonna deny it.
So, I was gonna ask you if you want to do the next topic.
Okay.
That was your wave off? Or
No. My
Wait,
wave over
erectile
was
dysfunction.
Zodiac talk.
Oh, no, I'm not doing
Zodiac
that.
talk.
There's a lot of things I haven't dealt with.
Go ahead.
Um,
Got something?
so, when... All right, so we talked about ED.
We talk about ED. I thought you said eat.
Not ED. We talked about ED.
What you
Right.
talking about, Vida?
We've talked about a ton of different sexual dynamics. Good times. Right? So
I'm having fun.
So I have a pretty simple question. Mine is nothing crazy. So when it comes down to identifying like what role your partner plays, right? How do you go about that? Like, and what I mean by that is like and this is coming from my point of view and like my worldview. I always feel like certain people should play certain roles in a relationship. Not that there's a specific gender set to those roles, but there's just certain roles that people should play. It doesn't matter who does it, but someone should do it. So like for instance, one of the ones I hear a lot is like garbage. Like throwing out garbage.
Oh, that's a man.
We're not touching that.
No.
Washing dishes.
I'll
That's
do those.
both.
Right?
I can do those.
Cooking.
We both doing that.
Right?
Yeah.
With these things, like, do you find yourself being able to it being whoever, or it has to be a specific person who does it?
Mine is garbage. It's whoever for me.
So just the garbage.
So just garbage?
Yeah.
like-
So there's nothing that's on the other side for just women?
For just women?
Yeah, like garbage is just men. That's
Yeah.
and everything else is just both.
No, not just both, but it could be either or.
It can be either or. Well, that's both.
That's both. So I'm asking you, is
well,
it
no,
any...
not both do it.
No, meaning like either one could do it at the moment.
That's
which
what I
meaning,
said, either
meaning
or.
both. Yeah.
Either or. So there's nothing on the women's side. It's just women.
No.
So to be honest, I'm just not going to. Well, yeah, having the baby.
Like that's.
Oh
that's
shit! That's the trade-off.
Wait,
Yo,
wait,
I'm
no.
gonna push out this kid. You gonna toss out that hefty bag, son?
Wait, having the...
Like,
What if we don't have no baby?
then we don't.
The possibility's still there. I got you.
I mean, obviously, if there's a conversation
I
about.
wouldn't say that's a role, though. That's not like a role.
It is. What do you mean it's not a role to be the fucking the birther? It's 100% a role.
No, it's not
That
because
God
a
and
man
nature.
cannot do that.
A man cannot.
Yeah, it's
give
not a
out-
role.
Yeah, it's
so
a
it's
role
not
that
a
you
role.
play, but it can't be traded off. It's not.
No, it's
two
not a
things are
role.
not
No,
the
but
same. It's the
technically-
role that you
hold on, wait.
play, but it can't be.
But
It can't be
technically-
traded
No.
off.
Technically,
It can't
the
be traded
trash
off.
can be
You
taken
don't
out
have
by
to
any
be-
human.
Right,
Yeah.
but you're making it. Okay, that's fine. That's an interchangeable role. Giving birth is not an interchangeable role.
Yeah, so we can't. So it's not up for
man's
debate.
job. That's
So it's not up for debate at all.
Yeah.
A role doesn't have to be interchangeable. You're saying two different things. It's a role that is solely for the woman. If we're
Okay, so
talking
let me
about it.
clarify the question so I can, because I know what Mel's trying to say. What
Mel, we right here.
role? What role that is interchangeable?
Right, because I
Right.
know that's what he was
Right.
asking.
Do you feel might fall on one person rather than the other? Trash, in your instance.
I have
would be
OCD,
one.
so I'm not touching the garbage. Period. But other than that, I really don't
All
care
right, so
about anything else.
let me ask you a question. What's
Right, get to what you're really trying to get to.
No,
How
he
about
asked the
that?
question. I'm
I
just
just
thinking
asked a
like
generalized
all
question.
right, so my question would
Get
be:
to the real question.
what's
Get to the
something
real-
that you would rather do and not your man?
that I would rather do? Cook, 100%. I would rather cook over him and clean over him because
What
I
if
know
he-
it's gonna get done better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was about to say,
It's gonna get
on,
done better than him. I know if he does it, I gotta go back and do it over
it depends
him.
on your strengths. Like, what is he good at? What am I
Exactly.
good at? And then we work
Exactly.
off of that, right?
yes.
If we can both,
Right.
Yo, let's go.
That's that.
Let's say
that's
my
his
man
shit.
is
That's my
let's
shit.
say my man
That's
could
life.
clean better than me, then you do it. You know
So
what
if
I
he
mean?
cook
But-
better than you,
Oh yeah, you could cook 100%. I'm the
So if he
more
clean
like
better than you?
adventurous cooker. He's gonna make he's really good at breakfast food.
okay.
So you could cook breakfast, but I want to cook everything else.
See,
You know?
I'm in the opposite
Exactly.
position, right? My man can cook, and he's
Oh
vegan,
yeah, he
so
can.
I'm just
Yeah,
like,
he can.
I'm gonna just lay back and wait for lunch, wait for
You see,
breakfast,
I
wait
would
for
do the
dinner,
same
right?
shit. If he could cook,
But-
So
I'd
do
be
you
like,
at least
go
wash
for it.
dishes though?
No, but there are
Wait,
days.
no?
No,
You said
because I'm
no?
at his house, so I don't really have to do anything when I'm over there. But there are days where I cook vegan for
I wash the
myself
dishes.
because I do
If
like
he cooking,
to.
I'm washing the dishes.
He just tells me to go lay down.
see,
It's
that's
my
the life.
vacation when I'm there. There are, and he's not a simp either, so don't even think that. But there are
I'm weak
times
she had to say
where
that.
I cook vegan for myself, and I'm like, all right, here's your plate. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
or if I know he's having a busy day, I'm gonna purposely cook vegan
You guys
because
take care of
that's
each
what
other.
he eats. Yeah, and that's the kind of partnership and relationship.
A fantastic
Yeah.
partnership.
Yeah.
I'm really fucking
That's-
with this episode.
That's a
You're
relationship.
so cute.
Well,
I
I
mean,
mean,
You'd
that
be
is-
surprised.
Like-
You'd be surprised how people set up relationship dynamics and
No,
the shit
yeah,
that they
trust
say
me,
out loud.
I am surprised.
So,
the shit that I hear.
Hearing you say that fits me because
Like,
that's how
nigga,
I am,
what?
Yeah.
right? Like if I'm cooking, she's washing the dishes. If
Yeah.
she's cooking, I'm washing the dishes.
I
You know what I'm
really love
saying?
that.
Like because at the end of the day, and like I even go further. Like if
Yeah.
Shorty's good at something and I'm not, Shorty can do that.
Yeah.
No matter how masculine that shit tends to be.
Like what? Give
I
me an
suck at
example.
putting together IKEA furniture because I break
me
it.
too.
Wait, hold on.
I
All right,
break it.
Wait, hold on.
I'm not
You want to know
good at
why I
that.
break
Oh,
it? Because
no,
I
no,
get
no, no,
frustrated
wait.
as fuck.
Wait. So let me ask you the question.
I'm
Right?
weak. Not
You
the
say you
idea.
suck at putting things together, right?
No, IKEA furniture
I
specifically.
All right. So
Specifically.
so let's say
What the hell is that?
Nope.
I poured it for him.
if she buys something from IKEA, you're gonna sit there and watch her put together.
Maybe
I
it's
help.
sexy. Maybe that's
You
like
help.
that's not like the beginning of
All
a
right, as long as
porn.
you can help.
Facts,
Feminist
right? Be like, I
porn.
can't
As long as
do
you
it.
help,
And then
as long
she
as you
turns it, and I'm like, I'm going to turn
Yeah,
you.
turn that Allen key. Turn that Allen key, bitch. Yeah, I'm about to turn you, bitch.
Yo, real shit.
Honestly, this sounds like a good time. I would now. You make me want to try that. I mean, like you sit in the corner. I'm about to put together this furniture, baby.
So
While the necessary bending, I need to pick this up.
Right, let me get this.
So you were saying as a man, he shouldn't just like watch her put that together.
No,
and
I don't
not
think you
offer
should
help?
watch her. I think you should at least
Help.
help. At least help. At least
Help.
help. At least
Offer?
help. At
What
least
if she
help.
doesn't
get
want
that.
help? For some people, that's therapeutic, and that's like Me personally, that's not my steez, right? But there are some women who enjoy doing those things.
I don't know if it's enjoy or do you think it's a trauma? Like, I can do it by myself.
Yes, no. She's right.
It could be there's duality.
More often than not, it will be the trauma.
Especially black women,
more often than not.
There's duality. There are people,
but the majority.
Can I finish my point?
Yeah, okay, you're right. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Talk your shit, queen.
Like, let me finish. There are some people who think certain things are therapeutic, so they want to do those things by themselves. So it doesn't have to be a trauma response. I mean, like I said, that's not me. I can't put shit together. Instructions, A, B, C, D. No, that's not me, right? But I have seen on like social media that
like
some
DIY.
people, that's their downtime. You know, that's how they unwind. So why not allow that space for them to do that?
If it's like something that's like,
sure.
If it's like something that's yours, like if it's like her little
hobby,
vanity little thing, then yeah. But if it's like our dining room table, like no, like no.
Hold on. Again, and this is where I don't know if you've
dining room table.
I'm just saying like that's like the family's like
that's
computers.
Crazy.
Yeah,
like your girl build it.
I've built computers. I've soldered on chips. I've done shit like that. Yeah. I can't do big things. I'm not a mechanic. That's another reason why when it comes to
computers is impressive.
Nobody here is a mechanic,
right? No, but nobody here is a mechanic. What I mean by that is I don't
put together an IKEA table.
I don't fall into certain things. Right, that people would automatically assume. Right, I know shit about cars. I don't know nothing.
Me either.
Right,
Same.
IKEA furniture irks me because the instructions piss me off.
Nah, that's what it is. That's what it is. You don't have the patience for it.
Exactly. That's not blocking. Like 5 minutes in, and I'm like, what the fuck is this screw?
I feel that, but I just can't watch my girl struggle with it too. Like,
first of all,
she's good at it.
What
if she's not struggling?
If she's good at it, I'm at least hand her the tool. Like, I'm gonna be that little tool helper. At least like, A B. This is C, like at least, like come on, like
organize this people.
At least, like
I'm organizing.
At least.
But nah, that's cute though. Organize my tools, baby. Give me my nuts and bolts.
I've built computers. When I'm building a computer, I don't want someone sitting there, standing there, staring at me. Are you ready for the tool? I actually like the solitude of doing it by myself.
When I'm cooking and my man is right behind me trying to hold on me and shit, I get annoyed.
That's my man. I'd be like, do you need a hand with anything? He's like, go lay down. No, I don't want your help in the kitchen.
Thank you. No,
I
don't
solitude
need you
behind
here.
it is
and I go lay down.
Because
real shit.
You don't want to take out, if there is a frustrating moment, you don't want to take that out on the person next to you.
Oh, true.
Right? You just want to internalize, deal, and then push on.
Solution.
Right? Because I'll do that all the time. And you know me, I flip out about almost everything for no fucking reason. So I'll be sitting there.
It's the self-awareness for me.
Yo, you gotta take some self-inventory, bro. I know
I
mine
love the
real well.
accountability. I love it. Cheers, baby. I love
sit there all the time and
she's waiting for it.
I'll be like, nah, son, this ain't it. But yeah, like I'll black out, but then I'll black out to myself and I don't have to worry about anyone feeling some type of way. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, man, fuck this table, fuck this thing.
Feelings.
You know what I mean? And then 5 minutes later, I'm like, all right, it's done. It's a little shaky, but it's done.
You figured it out. You got it out the way.
Okay. I got a random question.
What's that?
What's something that women hate about their friends?
About their friends?
You all hate something about your friends.
Wait, but like I feel like this is a general question.
I think all people do it. He said specifically y'all for right now.
Can I say something about my lady friends sometimes that I hate?
Talk your shit, book that.
The delusion.
Woo! Talk that shit.
Sometimes with your lady friends, you gotta just live in the delusion with them. And I will. But I hate it. But I hate it. I hate it so much. I'd be like, this is not how I really feel, but...
Example. Give me an example.
I'll smile. Like, if a bitch think that, maybe it's like she think it's her man, but it's not her man. And you gotta be like, yeah, that's your boo.
Nah,
we talked about this though. We said this shit. If old boy was fucking an old girl, and he was like, I hate...
Yo, that's funny.
You know he's just fucking her. You know he's just using her for some sex, but she's really in this.
This is very interesting.
But it's because you can't tell her because she's just too delusional.
So if
you try, but she don't listen.
So would you consider yourself to still be a good friend if you're not telling her?
No, y'all should probably put on y'all listening ears. Y'all should probably put on y'all listening ears because what I literally just said was you try to tell her, but she don't listen because she's delusional.
So at a certain point, you just let her rock.
Yeah, so like at first, like when this person first try to like start talking to you about the man, whatever, you be like, that kind of sound like he just want to fuck. Or like, you know, like you try to give it to her real and then like maybe she get mad at you or maybe like there's like
bitch,
a lot
why
of
you hating?
Yeah. Or you just get that, you just being a hating ass bitch. Or you get the wild defensiveness. So then it's just like after that, you just like, all right, bitch, you're man.
You gonna figure it out when you figure it out?
You're gonna get embarrassed and then that's just gonna be you. But at the end of the day, like
that's a good one.
I tried. I'm not gonna push it because at the end of the day, like I'm not your mother. I got my own shit that I gotta deal with. I gave you my input. You ain't listen. Now I'm just gonna support the blindness. You feel me? Like I'm just gonna support the delusion.
Ray Charles.
Right.
Can the audience interject real quick?
Oh, 100%.
I ain't gonna lie, niggas grew up calling each other ugly. I ain't gonna lie, like, when the niggas first like, you say, you ugly, nigga. Me and this nigga went to high school all 4 years calling each other ugly niggas.
So you,
That's
so
rude.
wait, so you hated that?
Huh?
You hated that?
I hated that.
Yeah.
It was jokes, nigga. As soon as you fucking
So why you brought it up?
Yeah,
What
why
you
you-
hate?
Yo, there was some trauma there. Who hurt you, bro?
Yeah.
Wait, so hold on, wait.
They was hating
Wait,
on
no,
you.
no,
You
wait.
not ugly. They
Wait,
was
wait,
hating
hold on,
on
wait,
you.
wait. The question, they ain't never called me ugly.
Oh.
No.
You ain't shit.
The question was,
No, but he know he not
wait,
ugly.
wait.
That's why he said
the question was, what do they hate about their friends, right? So what made you bring that up? You hated that because
You hate
you're
him
ugly?
out? I fuck with it.
It wasn't me.
That was deep. He brought up high school. That was deep.
Hold on, wait.
That was in here.
She hated it. It was all jokes to us, is what I'm saying. Like male versus what females take serious versus what males take it seriously.
I didn't call her
We
ugly.
talk like that. It was all
Yeah,
jokes.
you confusing me, bro.
I hated having to live the lie with her. Like I just wanted to be.
What
I'm a
she's
real
saying
ass
is-
bitch.
is
Like
all right, for instance, here's a perfect parallel. Me and Mel are talking, right? And I'm like, yo, yeah, nah, I'm talking to Shorty. And all I ever did was send a text message. But I'm alluding, like, if you were smashing.
Nah, that's funny.
One
That's,
message.
niggas be doing that. Niggas do that.
All
Niggas
he
do
did was
that.
send a DM
I'm
like,
messing with
hey,
Shorty.
hey,
I'm messing with
beautiful.
Shorty. Don't touch
Good
Shorty.
morning,
I'm messing with
beautiful.
her.
That's
I haven't
fine.
touched her. I've never seen her broad nor her panties. I haven't seen her twat nor her nipples. I ain't see shit. Right? But I'm messing with Shorty.
That's
That's
a
the
new one.
equivalent of what she's talking
Nah,
about.
real
Yeah.
That's
shit.
all.
Real
Delusion.
shit.
The
It's
delusion of
Delusion.
nah,
It's
nah.
delusion.
Me and Shorty about
It's
to get married.
delusion.
That's about to be my
Right.
Shorty. I'm about to get her mad kids. I was like, have you been in the box? I'm almost there.
She ain't even replied. She ain't even replied to your DMs
He
yet.
never got
but
to
she
first
over there.
base,
Right.
but he's
All right.
almost
Right.
there.
You got something you hate about your friends?
They won't shut up sometimes.
They won't shut up.
She is one, but
Like via text or via call. Like they call
no,
you too
I
much.
do feel
No,
like
that's her in real life. She's just talking about it on the podcast. I don't
podcast.
shut
She won't
up.
shut up, but I do
In
have
real
some
life, she
friends.
That's her
won't.
job though.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. In real
Oh,
life,
you want to drink? You
That's
want to drink?
whatever. We could do either one.
Like I was saying, and it's not just you. I do have some friends who just won't. They just go on and on and
Like in
on
real
about
life?
the same things. Yes, I'm just like, all right, I got it the first time. I got it the second time. You got it out.
Right.
So they're not solution based.
I was gonna say
They're
they
not
don't come
solution
up with
based,
a
right?
solution.
Or they're looking for someone else to find that solution for them, which is cool. But then just approach it as, hey, I need some advice, rather than a constant repetition.
But
They
shouldn't
just
you-
want to vent.
But shouldn't you like kind of like know that all right, this is my homegirl. She gonna say the shit 6 times. I'm gonna just give her my advice and then we
Yeah,
should move on.
you know who you.
After the
with.
advice, you still talking about the same shit. Then what the fuck are we talking about? That's my frustration because I'm like, okay, I give it to you. You either take it and you apply it, or you find your own solution. But you keep talking about it. There's no action. Talking is not gonna bring you a
Talking
solution.
shit.
Apply action and then see if it works or see if it doesn't. Like,
So why you let her keep like talking about it to you? I would just be like,
she
listen.
ain't got nobody else to talk to.
Right, but we talked about this already. And okay, so do you ask questions like, are you implementing what we talked
Yes,
about
I do.
before?
Mhm.
So bitch, at this point, it's like, all right, well, you need to figure this out.
I hang
don't
up.
got time.
I hang up immediately.
Yeah.
Just be like,
I don't
oh,
have
word? That's what
time.
you talking about?
I am too
Fuck outta here.
busy.
I should
You have
do.
a whole baby. No.
I do have. I have a daughter. She's not a baby. She is 7.
Oh, my
Like,
bad.
she
I just
is
always
grown.
think of kids as, you know.
Not grown,
Yeah,
but like,
baby.
Listen,
you know,
I
it's
call
not a
my
baby.
kids babies at times.
Yeah,
These
right.
motherfuckers is adults.
But
My
she
kitty
tells
cat
me,
is a
she's
baby.
like, I can do my own things. I'm not a baby anymore. But
Okay, Miss
it's
Independent.
points aside, like she's very independent. But yeah, sometimes bitches just don't shut up.
Okay.
What about you? How about your men friends, your male
Yeah,
friends? How you
what's
feel
up?
about them?
What's up?
Talk your
What's
shit.
I
I
feel like you
up?
caught a good one though. That was a
that
good
one?
one. Like
What's that
niggas
one?
be lying on their dick, bro.
100% they be lying on
Lying on
their
their
dick.
dick is
That
kind of
make
like
you
Y'all should be getting me tight. I'll be like,
It's
yo,
cringe.
I
It's
just saw
cringe.
Lying on
Shorty.
their dick is
I was
kinda-
having a real
It's
good
cringe.
conversation. Now, yo, me and her, we messing around. I'm like, dead ass? I was like, 'cause she said she ain't talking to nobody. Nah, she talking to me.
Sir, you just liked her IG story. That's it.
I'm like, my nigga, what are you talking about? Like, I'm so confused by this. Like, and I've pulled away, like, giving the respect to my peoples, because, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't wanna intrude. So I'm sitting here doing that, and I come to find out, like all you did was sit here and send Shorty a message, and she respond with like a smiley face or some shit. That don't mean you get pussy, fam. Like what are we talking about?
I've had friends try to talk to me and done that.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, tell people y'all talk.
Like he tried to talk to you, then he told everybody that he talked to you.
Well, no, I was talking to one friend. But no, I didn't. I liked one friend, right, out of a group, but another friend decided to come at me first, like Snapchat me first. This is when Snapchat was a thing. And he Snapchatted me first.
I got you.
Yeah. He slid in first and then told the guy that I really liked, who I ended up dating like a few months after, that, you know, him and I were something. You know who I'm talking about.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So he kind of exaggerated.
Yeah, and the reason why me and the guy that I really like fell for couldn't like be a thing was because he knew that his friend had real feelings for me. But we did end up kissing once, but that was because like the other friend was like now dealing with somebody else because, you know. All right. Long story short, I didn't want him.
The funny thing is I completely understand the entire story. You said nothing. That shit is nuts. Why the fuck do I have a full understanding of this shit? Like, I completely understand. There's something wrong with me. This isn't okay.
Because you know how guys move. Two guys, two friends. One wanted me. I wanted one. That wasn't the one that wanted me.
A lot.
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
And then the friend that wanted me, he kissed me to kind of like stake a claim while we were all out together.
The one you wanted?
No, the one that wanted me. He kissed me in front of the one that I wanted.
That's a little different, though.
To kind of like stake the claim.
That changes it a little bit.
Yeah. But here's my thing. I didn't like kiss
It's like the flag on Iwo Jima, and it was like,
I gotta kind of give a little.
I gotta
hold on, bro.
Real shit.
I gotta kind of give a little pushback.
Oh yeah.
Because when you first brought this guy that wanted you, you diminished it to just Snapchat.
Oh yeah, so that's
if he
what I
kissed,
mean.
that's a little more than Snapchat.
He came up. What I mean is, he approached me on Snapchat. So we all were like in the same friend group, but we didn't hang out often. So he approached me on Snapchat and asked me to come hang out with them. And so I came and hung out.
So both guys was there.
Yeah, and a couple of other of our mutual friends and some other girls, whatever. But both of them were there, and that night it was just all on some friend shit. Like nobody was putting claws in me or nothing. You know what I mean? So I guess I was naive in this because I didn't know that he was putting claws in me.
When you came, you already had feelings for the other guy, or it was neutral at that point?
I wouldn't say it was feelings, but I definitely had an attraction for the other guy when I came. And I knew that he was because the dude that didn't invite me, it was a very casual invite. It wasn't like a date or anything. So I knew the other friend was gonna be there. So if I'm being honest, me in the back of my mind, I accepted that. Yeah, that's why I went. And I didn't really. Again, I was naive. Like I wasn't dating. I never really dated in life. Period. Like. I lost my virginity really late in life. So at this point in time, I was just super naive. Like I just showed up and then I was like, oh my God, I really like the friend. Like I really like him. And I didn't understand how much that the one that I like's best friend was really liking me. It was like a triangle. I liked him. He liked me. They was best friends.
So I understand that you say you was naive. But it never crossed your mind that like he invited you because he liked your company?
Oh yeah. No. I don't get me wrong. Like I wasn't like, oh, he doesn't like me. I just thought like he wanted to fuck or something. Like I didn't know that he had like a.
That's not like, bro.
Yeah, that's not like the fuck. If you want to fuck me, but I actually like your friend and your friend actually likes me, that's on you. Sorry, bye. Like if we actually have a connection and you just trying to fuck me,
I disagree.
That's fine.
If I invite a girl over,
that's not you. It was my pussy. So I gave it to who I wanted to.
No, you're right. That's your right.
Not the one that just wanted to fuck, but the one that actually had a connection
to. I'm just trying to shoot him a little bell.
Oh no, he was a good guy.
If I invite a girl over to be around my friends, right? I'm gonna feel a way if she's talking to my friend.
Oh yeah, 100%. So looking back, hindsight, I get it 100%.
Okay.
So like looking back on it, I 100% get it.
Brought up something heat though. That's a real good fucking conversation. Which one do you think has more of a legitimate claim to something? Not to say claim like I own you, it's my pussy. You know what I mean? But claim to
trust me, I get
but I mean,
I get you.
If old boy really likes her compared to old boy who just wants to fuck her, like that's the one where I'm like, I'm emotionally
like I had a connection
invested.
With him. Like we were like the same person
in comparison to I'm investing my dick time into her. You know what I mean? Like there's a complete different one.
Not the dick time.
You know what I mean? Like. It's like a fucking timeshare for your dick. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just like, I'm trying to understand.
Everybody could come any month.
Right? I'm trying to understand which one would take precedent. But this also goes back to niggas will never admit that. Never be like, nah, I'm really digging her. Everything about her, I fuck with. You know what I mean?
But
I'm really into that.
Always be
but in all honesty, all them niggas are saying to each other is like, nah, fuck, I beat.
Yeah.
No, I clap that.
The ball will always be in her court, though.
No, 100%, as it should
For
be.
me to choose, yeah. And like I said, because him and I, we never spoke on like a romantic level, I never thought anything more of it. Like I was being too naive in the sense of just thinking that we was all just friends hanging out.
If I was him, I'll be hurt, though.
No, yeah, 100%.
And
actually, Bree hurt you.
I can't believe Bree hurting people. This is crazy. We found out on this episode.
Responsible to hurting niggas. 2 minutes. Nah, real shit. And that was
responsibly hurting niggas. I like that.
Responsibly. Real shit. That was one of my first experiences where I really realized like how I could genuinely like hurt somebody, and that's when I really took a step back and I was like, oh shit, like it's not a game out here. Like I really realized to move with intention after that because I fucked up a really situation that both of us really wanted, but we just couldn't have because of all this other friction. Like you said, he was hurt, which I was thinking the whole time. I was just like, it's not a big deal. I didn't want him. I want you. I was trying to prove to him that I wanted him and not the best friend. But in his mind, the whole time he's caught on.
That was legit his best friend, though.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys, I was
I can see how that could kind of fuck.
100%. Yeah, I'm 30 now, guys. This is when I was 22. Like, I was still a virgin when I met both of them. Like, I lost my virginity to the guy that I really wanted. So it's like,
oh, I know.
You know what I mean? He was hurt. Oh. He was in the next room while we was fucking.
Oh, that's crazy.
Nah, all right, hold on, wait. Bree, I was with you. I was with you though. Like
that's when I fucked up.
I was with you.
Yeah.
That was kind of fast.
That's when
That's crazy.
You should have known, bro. You should have known, bro.
It was my birthday and I was really drunk.
Who hurt him?
And I honestly,
so she's over there getting clapped and she's knocking on the door. You hear me? You hear me? That's happening.
So can I be real? I stopped talking to him altogether for like a month or two leading up to when this happened. But then my birthday comes around and I invite the dude that I really like out. And the friend is just there. And my best friend is also there. So she starts talking to him to distract him. Yeah. So now I can slide in with the man I really want. And that ended up happening. Damn. We ended up, he ended up taking my virginity that night. And then my best friend and the best friend of his that I originally was talking to was out in the living room listening.
Hold on, wait. So wait.
They were ears on door? That's crazy.
I don't know if they had the ears on the door,
but
they didn't need the ears on the door because I'm a loud bitch.
Bree.
According to my story, they had the ears on the door.
I didn't know I was a loud bitch. I just lost my virginity.
That's kind of that's savage behavior.
That's fucking savage.
Yeah.
That's
savage behavior.
On my losing my virginity, I was a savage. That shit was
from the
crazy.
gate.
I didn't even
know. You started off.
I know.
Savage.
Fucking with old boy in the other room who was fucking digging me, but I wasn't digging him. I was getting dug out by his man.
Okay.
That's crazy.
When you say it like that, that's exactly what happened.
Her rookie card.
That's exactly what happened.
Her rookie card is fire.
Keep it real, that's what happened. But in my mind, I was just like, la la la.
All right.
Nah, you're right, deadass. I'm gonna apologize to that man right now. I know he not watching, but listen, real shit.
Go ahead.
30-year-old Bree would never do that to somebody. I really just was too naive to, and I don't even want to use that as an excuse, but from the bottom of my heart, I never wanted to hurt nobody like that. I didn't even know I was doing it until it was way too late. And that's why I feel like I'm a little bit more understanding when it comes to like guys. Because I get that when you're not even thinking about something, you don't intend to hurt somebody, but it happens. And then you got to take that accountability and, responsibility. But hopefully once it does come to your attention, you just move accordingly afterwards. Now I literally move with so much intention, it's not even fucking funny. You know what I mean? I learned from it. And I will never hurt nobody else's hand.
That's the part that not enough people do. They learn from the mistake that happened. I know y'all know a bunch.
They learn how to do it better.
We know a bunch of motherfuckers who keep making the same fucking mistake over and over and over again.
Receiving pattern.
That shit is ridiculous. I'm tired of hearing some of this shit. Nah, son, I was over here, you know what I'm saying? I told Shorty, you know what I'm saying? I copped a bag. I was like, why are you copping bags for bitches? How many times you could cop bags for bitches and then realize that bitch don't want you? I'm like, come on, my nigga. Like, what are you doing?
Zena's the baddest. Never mind. Not one nigga has had to get her a bag.
Wait, what?
And look at her.
Explain.
What I'm saying is if you're out here and what you need to do to keep a girl is get her bags and get her this and get her that, sir, give it up now. You're just wasting your time and money.
So that brings me to kind of sort of my next question. If you made more than your man, right? Does that affect the relationship?
Honestly, for me, no.
It doesn't affect it at all.
Because he is
Speak
going
to
to
me.
make up in other ways. Whether that be like driving me places, doing groceries for me,
That's real shit.
you know, listening to me, supporting the podcast that I'm on.
This is my
like,
twin right here, just a female version. I fuck with everything you saying. Let's go.
Thank you. Like that
flame.
doesn't change the dynamic of things because for me, I can have a man who is making more than me and who's not giving me any of those things, right? And those are the things that I value. Like the money is gonna come, it's gonna go.
So you can find comfort in paying all the bills.
Yeah. If I got it, then yeah. As long as he's not sitting on his ass like being a bum and doing nothing.
Lawrence.
I'm not gonna talk about Lawrence because Lawrence had a plan. But like if there's no action to the plan, if you're just sitting on your ass doing nothing, I can't fuck with that. Like if you're pouring into me, pouring into the household, pouring into the kids, yeah, I'm cool with making more money than my man. And that the love and dynamic doesn't have to change.
I was making more money than my man, and it was a problem, but not because of me. It was a problem for him.
So he was insecure.
You can say that.
I'm waiting for Shorty to make more money than me. I gotta find me a Shorty who make more money than me and be like, nah, you take care of everything, boo. I got these dishes, I got the food, I got everything. Don't worry about it. Take care of me. He didn't want me to take care of everything, though. He's still he's an entrepreneur. It's a fact. It's a statistic that the average employee makes more than the average entrepreneur. Correct.
So I was 100% very and I honestly I admired that he didn't work for anybody else. I admired that he worked for himself. I admired that he didn't work for nobody, no, not the man, that he wasn't giving no.
You had a regular job at this time.
Yeah, I was also podcasting as well, but yeah, I was, I have a regular job, and I felt like I admired that about him to be able to. He was working in the school, in the education system. He left that. Prior to that, he was ex-NFL. So this is something that. Finding himself after football was really hard. Then getting into tattooing, which he does now, he owns his own tattoo shop. So it was just me having to deal with a lot of clients, right? But that wasn't ever a problem because I have my money. I make sure that I'm good. I make sure that I never have to want for anything. I make sure that whatever I move in life, I'm comfortable. Which is what Zeno was saying. If we have it, we're good. Like, we take care of ourselves. Right. When you come into our lives, you have to take care of our souls, which you don't believe in. But I'm just fucking with you. Okay,
it's an accurate statement. It don't bother me. It's an accurate statement. I don't. I'll take care of you, like your personal needs.
Yes.
And how much like you care about things.
Exactly.
But like anything metaphysical, I got you. I'm sorry.
I appreciate that. That's what we care about. We care about taking care of our emotions.
I got a simple question. Okay. It's a 2-part question.
Okay.
What's your definition of a man? What's your definition of a woman? A real man, real woman.
Meaning like in a relationship standing. Like what's a man in that
to each other?
Sense?
Like,
to each
what's
other.
A partnership? Correct. Yeah. Who would you like to answer that?
Yo.
Did you have a
he was like, it's over there.
It doesn't matter.
Y'all figure it out.
What do y'all
answer it too. I'll answer it too. But
who would you like to go?
The floor is yours.
I think a real man. Besides the protect and provide, like that's just out the window. That's just like what y'all are expected to do. But a real man to me, he listens, he supports. Honestly, my answer is gonna be it's really plain as fuck. Man, woman, you are into a partnership. And that's just what it is for me at the end of the day.
Wait,
like there's no
can you just explain a little better? That didn't make sense to me.
It makes sense to me. I fucked with every minute of that shit. Keep going.
He was like,
you understand partnership. You understand that it's a symbiotic relationship for things to work from both sexes, right? There's no, I'm in control of this. You need to submit to that. We submit to each other in different moments. There are going to be moments where I'm submissive to my man and I take the lead. There's going to be moments where he's submissive to me. Yeah. No, sorry. I'm submissive to my man. He takes the lead and he submits to me because he trusts my vision. He trusts that I'm better than him 100%. At certain things. That is a real man and that's a real woman to me. Because you do have let me cook. You do have some women who are like, or you do have some men, I would say, who thinks like women should be the only one to submit. That whole submission conversation, I feel, lacks understanding of how things
and
work
duality.
in a partnership and on a symbiotic relationship. Because at the end of the day, we are both going to submit to each other. There's going to be things that you don't want me to do or that you don't like, but then you trust, like, she knows what she's doing, so I'm going to let her do that. And vice versa. And that's my answer.
When your dick is in my mouth, you're submitting to me, period.
Thank you. Oh my God.
When
That's the most
your
vulnerable
dick
piece
is in my mouth,
ever.
you're submitting, period.
Wait, hold on.
Why do they have such a hard problem with it?
Can you just like editing purposes? Can you say it one more time?
Editing? Should I not say something?
No, I'm saying like everybody was talking.
Oh, sorry. I was like, should I not say dick, penis?
Cock, whichever one you want to go with.
Cock. I am not a white woman doing interracial porn.
Interracial
porn. Okay, that's the only time cock is like an acceptable way to use it. Okay. But when your dick is in my mouth, you are submitting. Okay. That's literally the highest form of submission. Feel me? Anything I want to do is going to be done in those moments. You understand? So it's like this idea around men being so like about submission. It's like you're submitting every time never mind. I was about to go crazy real quick. But if you like that Gucci store visited, let me tell you something. You submitting, baby boy. You submitting. That's all I'm saying.
Gucci
and it's not a bad thing. It's not a fucking bad thing.
I never heard of that. I'm using that.
It's all facts.
I'm using that though.
That's Court from No Jumper.
No Jumpers.
First of all, Court, I still go for the Eiffel Tower. That's my man.
Court brought that to our
Court was
store.
on our pod. I'm using that.
You have to. You have to. That Court really started let's take it to the Gucci store.
Hold on, you still your audience. You said something about take the lead. I don't want you. Go ahead.
My question was, you said when a man take the lead, or like when it came to women, you didn't use the term if a woman wanted to take the lead. I just wanted to know why you excluded like women when it came to taking the lead.
Oh, why I didn't say if a woman wants to take the lead?
You said it, because when it came to the women, you said if you trust.
Because I don't think it's a woman's job to take the lead.
In no situation.
This is why I say if you trust her vision. If you trust that she knows what she's doing, you can. If you want to equate that to taking the lead, then you take it like let's not take things so literal. It's okay to form your own analysis on what I'm saying.
No, but he basically saying like you kind of shied away from calling the woman a leader.
No, if a woman wants to take the lead, she can take the lead. And if you go ahead,
she just said she doesn't believe that's her natural place.
Like that's not her natural place. I'm sorry. That's my opinion.
I know I'm in the audience, but like natural place to take the lead, like. Even when it comes to like children, like women are very like
nurturing.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
They're the leader of the
They take the lead on that.
Absolutely.
Women are the leaders of the household.
They're usually parent A, which
I don't want a girl who's not a leader.
Honestly.
I love that.
Can you get on the mic? Because they're not going to hear you. Go talk to the mic here.
I'm sorry, So
he's gonna find his way on this podcast.
Hold on.
He's gonna find his way on this podcast.
Yo, no cap though. No cap. I can already see in this shit being like on some studio audience. I don't know why I'm fucking thinking like Ricky Lake, Jerry Springer. Ricky Lake.
No. Hold on, wait.
My nigga, bro, look like that. Come on.
Introduce yourself. What's your name? Where you from?
Live show. We need to do one. We need a collab.
We need a collab for a live show.
What's your name? Where you from?
Yo, God, my name is Mike. I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Not good, bro. Do.
I'm fucking weak. Who's your question for? My question's for Zena today.
Sorry, my name is Zena.
It's East New York, best style.
All right, go. All right, hold on, go.
Let
him go. Let him go.
So my question was like, like there are certain situations where like, the woman who is like the mother of the child, like they do take the lead in all the situations. In a relationship, like as a father of a child, as a mother of a child, like y'all not gonna always see eye to eye, but there's a lot of times where like, the man steps back and, he lets the woman be the leader in those situations. So when I asked you that question, it was more so like, I feel like y'all can definitely be leaders. So in certain situations, so I just was trying to understand why you kind of like strayed away from just like saying a term when you said it for a man?
Great. That's a good question.
That's a good question.
My boy. Thank you, Mike from
Thank
Canarsie.
you, Mike from Canarsie.
This is crazy.
Mike from East New York.
Bro, this is lit.
Mike from East New York.
Thank you, Mike
When
from
I
East
started
New
the
York.
conversation, I said a symbiotic, right? Just because a woman is a better nurturer, she might be the breastfeeder per se when a child is at a certain age. I've been there, I'm a mother, right? Does not necessarily mean, let's say that child is 2 years old and she wants to feed that child straight up junk food and shit. If her man is like, babe, I think we should like make him, some puree shit, some organic stuff, whatever,
Some
whatever.
carrots, bitch.
Just because I am the nurturer and I'm the more loving parent or whatever, I'm the leader in that, because I'm the mother, doesn't mean I'm necessarily right. So I'm going to have to submit to what my man thinks is best for my child.
Yes.
You understand that? So this is why I said it's a symbiotic relationship or partnership, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when it comes to children, you do what's best for that child.
Children.
There's no leader. There's no, this is what has to go because I said it and I'm the man of the house. It's what's best for that child, point blank.
The leader is the parents when it comes to children.
Mother or not.
The leader is
not
the
just
parent.
because you're a mother doesn't necessarily mean you always know what's best for your child. Like, it doesn't. There are fathers out there.
You got a question?
You got to jump on the mic and say where you from.
Say your name, where you from?
My name is Tima. I'm from Brooklyn, East New York. Might I
Hi,
add.
There's a lot of hand movements. No one's seen the hand moves. I got you.
My opinion, I think that women have the last say so when it comes to the child. That's just my opinion. I'm a mother of 4. I was married for 18 years. I also don't believe that men in a actual relationship make the last decision. I think they base their last firm decision based off the woman in that relationship.
And I
That's why
completely
there's
disagree.
some men that like the women to take control because they understand that they're not making a final decision without her opinion.
So would you agree with the sentiment that the woman is the neck while the man is the head? So you can't move your head without the neck?
Absolutely. It's like playing chess. I don't know how to play chess, but I know the game of it is to protect the queen.
Oh, baby!
I do disagree with that statement.
I want to hear this disagreement. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I disagree also.
The chair swivel.
She disagree.
No. Listen.
Hold on, bro.
Hold on.
need
In
the
the game of
rebuttal.
chess, we're the ones that take the beating so that y'all can get there. So like I said, y'all protect us to the point until we got to take the beating.
We got to do this live show. It's going to be
That's
crazy.
a
Live show,
when
right?
you say the woman gets the last say because she's the mother, I don't agree with that. You do have some mothers who are unstable. Point example,
they're gonna allow us to make the last decision.
Let me finish. If that mother's
let
going
me
through PTSD, mentally she's fucked up. She's not even here, right?
No.
So as a man, you gotta know when to step in and make that decision for your child and for that mother and for yourself as well. There are some mothers who bring children to this earth and don't even know how to be mothers. So as a father, he gets the last say. It's his responsibility to say, this is what's happening. This is the school they're going to. This is what they're having for dinner. Because guess what? You don't want to be here. Now, in
You
a
said it's
stable...
his responsibility?
Yes.
The dad's?
If the mother doesn't
if
want
she's
to be
unstable?
a mother and she's
Oh, yeah,
unstable,
100%.
that's the father's
That's
responsibility.
a
But I don't think
minority.
that's what she's
That's a
talking about.
minority situation, though.
I was getting there.
Okay,
Right?
I'm sorry.
Now,
good space to
from
Okay,
a
yeah. Y'all are both the
logical
moms, so yeah.
standpoint, right, where the mother's
I'm a
here,
dad.
she's present, she's doing her thing, blah, 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 blah. I still do think it's an equal decision.
Yeah,
that is my opinion.
So
No,
as
I'm not going against your opinion. I agree with your opinion. However, I just feel that men in the relationship, when they're present in that relationship, they base their final decision off that woman's opinion. And I'm only speaking from
a real man.
I agree with
I
you.
get
I
that.
agree with her.
I
I
do
agree with
with
her.
that.
18 years.
But I
knowing
agree with
that's how
everything you
he
said.
did things.
So
Yeah.
I
About the
100%
unstable
vibe where
mom,
you're coming
100%.
from, and I'm gonna speak to my experience. So I'm a father, a single father of 5.
Ooh,
Right?
clap it up for this.
Clock.
What the fuck?
Ain't even a game over here for Poppy. So, and I said I'm Puerto Rican, and that part I am. Right?
Nah, he really is Big Poppy over here.
So when it comes to it, parents in general, it's whichever parent, because at the end of the day, it's always going to be a give and take, right? Whoever has the better vision should be the one. The same way in every portion of a relationship, every person who's better should be doing it.
Same way in
I
business.
don't need someone who's never looked at an engine changing my oil. But if my partner is a fucking mechanic, I'm not gonna be like, I'm a man, I'm gonna change the oil. I'm not fucking up our car. Babe, go change the oil, right? And if I'm sitting here and I'm telling you that when it comes down to certain portions of education, I have a higher depth than you, so allow me to take the lead on this. Then that all means we would give and take on that portion and be able to make that fucking decision.
I feel like when it comes to kids, I think it defaults to the woman. And then it's the man's job to kind of check her when she falls.
Yes, which is what Zeno was saying. Yes, you're saying what both of them are saying.
So I think it defaults to the woman. And then it's his man's job to kind of like let her lead until she falls astray. Then you kind of check her.
So
and then let her.
This goes back to a conversation we had earlier.
You catch a partner where they're falling.
When we talked about feminism, right? And I brought up the patriarchy or patriarchal system. The patriarchal system says that women are better caregivers to children than men.
That's
and it's not true.
Absolutely
in any
not
way,
true.
shape, or form.
Speak on it, Daddy.
So,
thank you.
So the point that we're getting at is that that's why when I sit there and I say things like I'm a feminist, is because I feel like the equality between the sexes should be seen exactly as that. Because there's some men that are way better parents than the women that they were fucking having kids with. Right? They're more equipped to handle those children.
Absolutely.
They're more equipped to handle the discipline that child needs in order. That's why autism is blowing up in fucking schools, is because that's one of the things that you need is strict discipline to set the child in the ways that they need, because that's what they're asking for, right? These kids are screaming for it. That's why they act out. And that's coming from an autistic father. I know this, right? So I already know what is needed to be done. So again, that's why when I sit here and I bring up and I say I'm a feminist, that's what I mean by that, where the things that affect men and women need to be equal. So when a man and a woman walk in for child custody, that man should be seen just as equal as that woman when they walk in. But that's also a problem because men are stupid. And literally, when you look at the data, men who actually fight for their kids get their kids 60% of the time. But they don't fight because the common consensus is, I'm not going to get my kids. Right? And that's why they don't wind up getting their kids. They literally give them up off rip because they don't want to put up the fight. You put up the fight. I did that.
Shit.
I had to be in the Bronx having those conversations in a fucking court. I hate the Bronx. Me too. To get my kids. That was real shit. And I had to pay bread for that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the money that you put out for your kids. You're going to put out for it anyway.
You made those sacrifices. You made those sacrifices for them kids so that they wouldn't fall to the system or an unfit mother.
There you go.
I could cry right fucking now.
I'm shedding the tea on the inside, but I ain't no bitch.
Who hurt you, sis?
Who hurt you, sis? Them kids. It's the children. It's the children.
That was
a good man and a good woman.
That was very
that really was
Ricky Lake-ish.
I told you
that was very Ricky Lake.
They don't got me on that Ricky Lake vibe. I'm out here. Yo, live show coming soon. Fuck what you heard. Yeah, let's go.
I'm fucking weak. Montel
Jordan. I got a bull head.
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna tell you real quick what I think a good man is and what I think a good woman is, because that was the original question.
Oh, yeah, I know all about the question.
Me too.
To me, a good man is a good person, a good father, a good brother, a good friend, a good uncle, a good nephew. He's gonna make mistakes, but somebody that can literally be honest with themselves and be honest with you. A good man is somebody that understands that his presence in this world is more than just himself. He is representing other black men. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I'm always talking to just black men.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Whoever else out there listening, whatever. Y'all too. But at the end of the day,
I'm not even going to do it.
I had a joke too, but I didn't let it.
I do think what makes a good man is honoring yourself, honoring your family, respecting the people around you, moving with intention, moving with solidarity between you and your brothers, because I feel like what makes a good man is brotherhood, is camaraderie. You said something earlier that what I feel like makes a really good man, and it's holding other men accountable. Because what men do and what women do a lot as well. I'm not even trying to do that. What people do in general is we like to attack the opposite instead of literally holding our own side accountable. And what I appreciate in a good man is a man that understands his faults in life. I love a man that can tell me where he fucked up in his past. Oh my God. What that shows me is that one, you could be accountable, and one, growth. You're responsible for the things that you've done, and you acknowledge that there's bad that you've done. Because once you acknowledge it, right. Once you acknowledge it, that lessens the percentage of it happening again. So I could be safer and feel safer with you knowing that you've lived the consequences, you've worked through them, and you've grown from it. That's what I think makes a good man. What I think makes a good woman is a woman that moves with intention again. And what I mean by that is just not out here using our women. We have a lot of privilege that is awarded to us. And if you're not out here just using that privilege to get anything you want in this world, that already makes you a good woman. Okay? Because we have so many women out here using the privileges that are awarded to us against men, and that shit is crazy. And I think that's why my pushback to feminism is as strong as it is. Again, not in the logical sensical headed people like yourself that identify in feminism.
Sensible.
But, sensical people.
Sensible.
We're gonna add that. We gotta add that to the dictionary. Rock out.
Right.
Keep going.
It's the Urban Dictionary. Check on honestly.dictionary.com. It's gonna be there. Anyway. What makes a good woman, much like what makes a good man, what makes a good person is accountability, is honesty, is being able to accept wrongness, right? When I'm wrong, being able to apologize and be honest to yourself. Being honest to yourself because you're the easiest person to lie to.
And integrity on both ends.
That's the gym
integrity.
right there. That's the gym right there.
It's too easy to lie to yourself. So just keep it real with yourself and you'll be a good person.
What about you, Mel?
That us.
Man, woman. Let's go.
You got 2 minutes, 45
Men lie,
seconds.
women lie, numbers don't.
So I think I'm not gonna say it as long as she said. I'm gonna try to bring it to like as simple as possible because all right. So I think a real woman is a woman who nurtures her environment. So that could be her man, that could be her kids, that could be whatever it is. Friendships, whatever. I feel like a woman nurtures her environment naturally. It wouldn't be a burden to her. Something that's just very natural to her. That's just one, but I think that's her core. Her core would be nurturing.
Okay.
And I think a man, it would be like, it's kind of hard because I feel like a man's job is very nuanced. Like you got to do a lot of shit to be considered a man. But if I had to like break it down to one thing, I probably would say like I guess like feed. But I guess that's not a good word, but like...
I get you. Your capability to do things?
I guess it would be like helping, I guess. I guess it would be like helping situations. So if you see...
Your usefulness,
I guess. I don't know.
No, because...
No. It's more like if
your use.
Stepping in the situation and ensuring that they make it to the finish line. So it's like being that extra help, that extra mile to help that person get to the next level.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know I kind of...
This is your thought process. However it comes out, it's on you. I'll make mine quick, right? Women, what makes a good woman is someone who's able to compliment, to build up, and to show out. That's a woman. That's a good woman. You do those three things, you're a good woman.
Especially in bed, right?
I mean, that's a bonus. Right? And for a good man, stability, strength, and that means in every aspect, having the strength to sit here and let people know that you're hurt, having strength to people.
Strength is the good one.
Right? Because strength doesn't only mean that you're fucking strong. It means you're strong in every aspect and strong enough to say what it is that you feel at that moment.
Strength is
right? And then the last one for a man is reliability. As a man, you have to be reliable. You have to be able to say if you're going to do something, it's done.
Yeah.
Right? And that has nothing to do... I think everyone should be reliable, but as a man, that's something that you should 100% put down that you should be doing. I think everyone should be reliable, but if you're sitting here and you're basing yourself and you're calling yourself, I'm a man, I'm him. We say that a lot. I got to tell you, that man across from me is reliable as shit, and every time he's asked me, I've been reliable as shit. That's fine. Right? Because at the end of the day, that's what we consider men. You know what I mean?
We love that. A bunch of grown-ass men. Right. So, a bunch of grown-ass men.
With that, when we end in the episode, this episode is heat.
This is so much fun.
I want to ask another question.
Wait, we got 0 seconds.
0 seconds.
You got to bring us back.
You want to come to Patreon? I gotta pee.
I have a date.
She got a date. She got a date.
She got a date. All right, so let's end it. Thank you, ladies, for coming to our episode.
I can stay around. I just gotta pee.
It's date night. Sorry.
Sorry. One more time. Sorry. We were just,
Date and pee. Let's go. Wrap it up, B.
Thank you, ladies, from the Honestly Though podcast. It's been amazing.
Aw,
We had our little mini live.
Yes, let's give it up for the audience.
Our audience.
Nah, y'all really added an extra level to this.
That was great.
Vibes.
Thank you, y'all.
Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you for real.
Honestly,
Thank you.
though,
Yes.
we had a time. Okay.
If you guys want to hear any more from us, you can search Honestly Though on YouTube. Let me just throw it in real
THO,
quick.
honestly, THO, okay, podcast. And on Instagram, _honestly, THO podcast. So, yeah, you can find us there. And
they're going to be on our show soon. So y'all going to get real acquainted if you haven't already.
That's facts. We
So
got a real deep convo about shit, right?
I can't wait till I can be lazy and just
be like, y'all figure that out.
Thank y'all.
Pressure.
Thank y'all for coming though, for real.
Thank you.
Pleasure's all ours.
And until next time,
cheers.
Who hurt you, bro?
Cheers.
Honestly, though, who hurt you, bro?
Period.
Facts.
Oh, I like that.
Yo, we gonna catch you soon. April gonna be a crazy month. When I tell you April gonna be a crazy month, April gonna be a crazy month. We got shit lined up. Okay. When I mean lined up, I mean in a line. I mean one after another.
Straight.
And the niggas coming through.
Linear.
Let's go. We out.
It's giving roll call.